What's up, sports fans? It's your man D back. Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. All right, check it out. Basketball Live. Lewis and D, we back, baby. Chopsticks in the building. Let's go. We got the Rockets. We got the Mavericks. We got my brother Lewis over here. Basketball Live with Lewis and D. Let's get it.
Man, so once again, me and D are back with another one. Salute to Houston Rockets and Dallas Maverick fans everywhere. Battle of Texas in the bubble. 2 of the 3 teams. San Antonio also down there. Shout out to Brandon Nicholson. What's up with you, brother? What's going on, Ron? Shout out to Gabriel, Mets fan. What is up, my friend, my man? Hope your vacation was good. Shout out to Karam. He says, "Yo, Lewis and D, what is good, my man?" True supporter is Karam, man. And, can't wait to give you guys some basketball content, man. Coming up just in a bit, just under 3 minutes remaining in the first game, so we get ready for that second game. But again, salute to everybody in the chat. This should be definitely another good one. So it's gonna be awesome. Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, by the way, we got super chats. We got super chats up in here. So now, if you guys would like to send a super chat, you guys can definitely do it right here in the chat. So all you have to do is hit that little S icon at the bottom of the screen right here on the channel, right here on YouTube, right on both either Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. To take care of the Rockets. I mean, we'll definitely see because when you look at the Houston Rockets and the Dallas Mavericks, like, what do you see from these two teams as they are about to play each other, in this NBA game now that, we're back on Friday? Shout out to Jay, by the way.
I think it's a real interesting matchup. Really interesting matchup because when you look at teams, teams that were building chemistry during the season before the layoff, both of these teams had issues, with working, with getting their unit together, mostly with Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis, is because they didn't spend much time together on the court. Either one of them were hurt or injured at a certain time, so they didn't get the time to build chemistry. But outside of that, I think it's an interesting matchup. I see us learning how these two teams are going to look moving forward. That's what I see out of this game. I see us learning tonight how these two teams are going to look forward, going into this playoff. That's what I see. But real quick, let me shout out my man Chopsticks, Boxing Monster, Ron Cohen, Brandon Nicholson. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate all the support. Go ahead, my man Lewis.
No problem. Brandon Nicholson says that he's chilling and he's going to try to have both me and you on. Okay, G Money says salute to D and Jeff. Okay, wait, he says D and Jeff. I think he meant D and Lewis, but okay. Shout out to G Money.
Shout out to you, G Money.
Celtics game is a tight one. Yeah, it's pretty tight. It's actually a very, very close game right now. It's 107-105 with 2:30 remaining in that fourth quarter. It looks like Giannis is complaining about a call. Karaj says go Mavs because he is from the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and he says screw the Rockets pretty much. I feel you.
Hey,
you got a favorite team.
I will suggest this. Anybody that's streaming and listening to both of us, we really do appreciate it, especially me because I need to build back up my basketball side. But mute one of us because we all saying the same thing. That way you don't get that lag or whatever. So mute one of them. But that was not important.
So basically just do that so that way you're not hearing like any extra echo in the background or you're hearing like so many voices at one time, through two streams. So that way you'll be able to hear the both of us nice, loud, and clear. I hope I don't sound staticky to anybody in the chat because I know people were saying that it was kind of staticky yesterday. It could be the sensitivity of the microphone. I will try to see if I can get another one in the near future, but but hopefully it's okay, coming into today. Just want to show you guys some out-of-town scores. Orlando beats Brooklyn 128-118. Fournier had 24 points on 10 of 15 from the field and 5 assists. Portland defeated Memphis 140 to 135. That's a big loss for the Grizzlies. And the Portland Trailblazers, now they move within 2.5 games of that 8th and final playoff spot, so that's big. And then the Phoenix Suns beat the Wizards. People forget that even though that Phoenix is the last team in the bubble, they're still mathematically in it. So that's why the Grizzlies have to be careful, and they have to win their games from here on out. Boston and Milwaukee are actually tied at 107 with 128 remaining, so that game was very tight. We got the Kings and the Spurs, 1 point lead for Sacramento, 65-64 at the half. So that's a tight one. And then right now, you are kicking it with Lewis and D in the pregame for the Houston Rockets and the Dallas Mavericks coming up.
Yes, sir. Luka, Kristaps, James Harden, Russell. Who's going to win it? Who knows? But we will get a lot. Now, earlier today, guys, just to give you guys an update, I was at it. You know how your boy D. Jeff is, always at it. I'm just like Lewis. That's what we do. We stay working. We stay giving y'all that live action. So, to make a long story short, I was doing a game earlier, and let me tell you guys something. Great game. Portland, Memphis Grizzlies, down to the wire. Both teams took the lead. Kind of remind me of the game we were doing the other night, Lewis. And coincidentally, both teams went up by 11. Both teams came back on the other. And, you know, I picked Portland to win that, and they did pull it off in the end. But Memphis Grizzlies showed a lot. They showed a lot, and they were exactly what I thought they were, because I have the Portland Trailblazers as my dark horse team. So with that being said, I think Memphis Grizzlies did exceptionally well. They took them into overtime game. Overtime. Took them down to the wire. So, you know, Portland did what they were supposed to do in overtime. They supposed to put those young boys away, and they did that. You know, they need every game. Portland needs every game at this point. That's how I feel about it. So
yeah, no, they're gonna need every single game if they're gonna get to that 8th and final playoff spot. The Memphis Grizzlies, they already overachieved this season. To be quite frank, honest with everybody in the chat and including UD, because nobody saw they knew that the Grizzlies had talent, but nobody was predicting that they'd be a playoff team. And people forget they started, as G Money always says, they started 6-16 to start this season. What did hurt them a little bit was losing the pieces of Solomon Hill and Jay Crowder, so that had to force them to adjust. And then the worst part happens was that then COVID happens, because the Grizzlies actually had a tougher schedule in the last 19 games of the season before the COVID-19 happened, or else that even would have been more dreadfully for them. We would have had to see if they would have been able to handle those tight games. Because now, look how much time that gave. Because also look how much time that gave Zach Collins, and it gave Nurkic to get healthy. Now they're healthy. But I'm still interested to see what Portland's going to do and how Terry Stotts incorporates them. But Memphis, they have shown me something. They do. I will say that they do lack some veterans, because I think that would help having veteran presence on that Memphis team, because this team is really young, really young. But like I said, they've overachieved, so it's like you really can't ask more what you expected. It would be great to see them in the postseason, like for sure. But I just think that it might come down to, I feel like Memphis still has a chance to get their games together, but I'm going to see, because if the Grizzlies can make the playoffs, then I'll be wrong. But I think it might be Portland, or it might be New Orleans, even though New Orleans did lose last night in a game they should have won.
Yeah. But, shout out to Brandon Ingram, bro, for having the tenacity to take that shot. And it rimmed out. So he almost won the game for them, because it rimmed out. Boxing Monster said Luka fire. Yeah, Luka Doncic is a beast, man.
All right, guys. So I'm just going to show you guys some. Milwaukee's up 110-107 for those who want to know. It's just about to reach under a minute remaining. And Chris Middleton just put them up 6 with a dagger 3-pointer right now. That just put them up 6, 113-107, just under a minute remaining. Just want to give you guys some stats real quick in terms of team stats. So the Dallas Mavericks are shooting 46% as a team, 37% from three, and they're one of the better free throw shooting teams in the league in the top 10 at 77%. Houston Rockets shoot 45%, 35 from three, and 79 from the free throw line. That actually puts them in the top five. We look at rebounds. Dallas is a better rebounding team, but they both average about the same amount of offensive rebounds. Also, the Mavericks average about 25 to 6 a game, so that puts them in the top 10 as well. So they really share the ball. I know a big part of that is obviously with Luka because he is their best passer. The Rockets average about almost nine steals a game. And then if you look at the blocks, they're just about even. The Rockets, though, they turn the ball over 15 times a game, whereas the Dallas Mavericks are just a shade under 13. So the Mavericks don't turn the ball over as much. And a quick update, there will be no Eric Gordon in this game. So y'all remember that. I told you, so there is no Eric Gordon. He's out for 2 weeks with that ankle injury. And I got to ask you a question, D, into the chat. What are you guys looking forward to in this game? Like, what matchups are going to be intriguing for you, in this game coming up between the Rockets and the Mavericks?
Harden and Luka. I mean,
okay.
That's what I'm looking for, the stars, bro. I want to see what those two guys do. I'm not even going to lie. And then, of course, Porzingis and Russ. I mean, well, outside of that, like, I'm not – like, the matchups, I do want to see how Harden performs versus how Luka performs. And I think Harden, we're going to get what we usually get out of Harden. It's always that big game. It's always that big game that Harden struggles in. But along the way, he's always Harden. So I think that we're going to get what we get out of him. Luka, we have to see really what he does and then do the comparison, right. You know what I mean? But as far as the teams are concerned, I just want to see how they look moving forward. That's what I'm really interested in.
Okay, cool. I'll tell you mine's in a second. But shout out to Logan McKinney, Sacramento Kings fan. Won't only be able to watch some streams tomorrow. He's going somewhere. That's cool. Just appreciate the support, Logan. Jay says, I told you Reggie Jackson was dumpster juice. Here's the thing with Reggie Jackson. He plays well more so when he's playing a backup point guard role rather than being a starter. I mean, he did have one career season, but he's best as a backup. He's not really a starting point guard. Right now he's doing it obviously because Patrick Beverly really had not got really any practice time. So that's why he's playing. But that's why, he ended up being the point guard for right now. Brandon says, every time I look at Giannis, I think the sky's the limit for him. Shout out to Jello Man, says Rockets are winning this. Again, guys, like the video and subscribe to both channels. Again, you guys can super chat on the bottom right in the chat. Brandon says, G-Money says Harden versus Luka will be fun to watch. Brandon says, me, Luka versus the bread is what I'm looking forward to. Versus the beard. Here's what I'm looking forward to. I'm interested to see the defenders that are going to be played with against James Harden. When I look at Michael Kidd Gilchrist, Dorian Finney-Smith, also Tim Hardaway Jr., who has killed the Rockets this season. He's played very well against them. And then here's the key thing. Is Porzingis going to stretch the floor, or is Porzingis going to dominate inside in the post? Because if I'm Porzingis, I actually would try to slow the game down on the Rockets because, number one, the Rockets are playing small. They want to keep the floor spread and they want to shoot the threes. And then if you look at the way that they built this Maverick team, it's kind of similar to Luka's playing style. You want the floor spaced out. But if I'm Porzingis, I would be calling for that ball down low because the Rockets don't really have any bigs. And I want to get deep position on the Rockets to where they're going to have to do something to Porzingis. Now you're going to have to ask, what do you want to do? Are you going to want to contain Luka or contain Porzingis inside? So that's what I'm looking forward to in this game.
Right. Okay, good breakdown, bro. Don't have much to take away from or add to that. That's a good breakdown. And that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to figure Porzingis. I think this kid, if he stays healthy, he's just going to get more and more dangerous.
Yeah. It looks like the Bucks are going to win. They're up 7. So we're getting ready for the game coming up. big win for the Bucks in their first game back. And what was I going to say? I was just about to say something. It was pertaining to. Oh, okay, right. Logan has a question. Says, do you think the Rockets are going to be able to stop the bigger lineups like the Nuggets or the Sixers? Well, we don't know if they're going to face the Sixers. Well, if they face the Sixers, both teams are going to have to be in the NBA Finals. So that nudges that in the butt. Now the question is going to have to kind of go first to, can they beat the bigger lineups against the Nuggets? What do you think, D? Do you think the Rockets team, the way constructed, can beat a team like the Nuggets with their big lineup?
I think they can because two reasons. Capella and PJ Tucker always play bigger than they are. I'll give them that. Both of them have always done that. Or just the style of play that D'Antoni has them. You know, a lot of times the Rockets lose, though. I wouldn't pick them. Could they beat them? Yes. But a lot of times they lose because D'Antoni refused to transition. Like, if he switches up sometimes, these guys would have taken a lot of games. So can they beat them? Yes. Will they? I wouldn't pick it. I wouldn't pick that. Like, if I had to bet on it, I wouldn't bet that. But I do believe that they have the capability to do it.
Okay, and in my personal opinion, well, the way that I see it is, I don't know how long that Nuggets lineup is going to work against playoff teams, especially against teams that like to run, because teams, trust me, they will try to run. The key for the Nuggets is really going to be their guards. If we're being quite frank, honest, I know that Jokic is the best player on the team, but the guard play of Gary Harris and Jamal Murray is really going to be key for the Nuggets if they're going to go make a deep playoff run. Because I already can see weaknesses in that big lineup. The big lineup would be they have to impose their will inside, even though Jokic can stretch the floor. Then on top of that, if they decide to play against a small team and a small team decides to run, it's going to be a problem because you're forcing bigs to go up and down the court, which means they're going to be tired. And defensively, it's going to be for the to be able to deal with, and I think that
you're breaking up. I don't know if that's me. I think you might be breaking up, fam.
Be what play style is going to win. Like, is one team going to be able to adjust to another team? So you have to force the team to adjust to your play style. And I think if the Nuggets try to play the style for the Rockets, they're going to lose. So the Rockets have to just be conscious to continue to. Let me see.
Yeah, I think I might. Hold on, I might be breaking up a little bit.
You still hear me?
No, I'm breaking. Hold on for a second. My connection messed up. Give me a second.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now, Lewis?
I can hear you.
All right, my bad. I had a problem right quick with my connection.
All right. So once again, shout out to the chat. Yeah, I know Capella's with the Hawks now. Yeah, that was just a thumbnail that I had looked up. I was trying to get, with the teams and stuff like that. Yeah, I know he's with the Hawks. They ended up trading him, so that was a big loss. Ron says if Luka can get that chemistry going with KP, especially in the pick and roll, that could be deadly. Yeah, I've always said that. I said that Luka has to get consistent chemistry with Porzingis. Shout out to Anthony in the building. Appreciate you. G Money says so far the bubble games have been interesting. Ron says no, D. I think he was talking about the connection.
Okay. Chopstick. Oh, my bad. Chopstick said D'Antoni's system always gets exposed in the playoffs. I wouldn't argue with that, Chopsticks.
But that's my question with the Rockets. It's not the fact that if they can't win. I just think that part of the problem also is that I just think that it's really more so Daryl Morey, because if you look at D'Antoni, that's not his original system. Daryl Morey is the one that's actually predicating really in terms of the style of play. So I think if the Rockets don't get it done, Daryl Morey needs to get fired, because I think he looks too much into analytics, and it's caused him a lot of. Now, the closest that the Rockets were was just 2 years ago against the Warriors, obviously. But I just think that this is make or break for Houston. If they don't get it done this year, and let's say that they keep, I still think they're going to keep Russell Westbrook, but it's like, what's going to happen? If they decide to get rid of Russell Westbrook, are you going to say that it was his fault? Because remember, they got rid of Chris Paul thinking it was his. And then it's like, then you're going to have to start looking like, whose fault really is it that Houston's not advancing? And so I will say that Mike D'Antoni should have been trying to make his own adjustments, but it's like, once it's plan A, that's it. It's plan A, plan A, plan A. So that's why I have to see if Houston could go far with their small ball lineup.
Yeah.
I just hope that they're able.
Yeah, bro.
All right, guys. So
that's my issue with D'Antoni. Real quick, Alistair 49, Freddie G, Andre in the building. Appreciate you guys coming through. Go ahead, Lewis.
Luka Doncic, Steph Curry, Tim Hardaway Jr., Dorian Finney-Smith, and Luka Doncic and Porzingis, for the Mavericks. They just got the opening tip. So Steph Curry's got the basketball again. Smash to like it. That's subscribe for both channels. All right, so let me just see who's got that. Looks like it's Luka who's got that's Luka who's got it. Hardaway Jr. passes to Porzingis. Porzingis shoots the jump shot, and look at that. He already scores, and the score is 2-0 Dallas Mavericks. So here comes Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got the ball on Steph Curry. Takes him to the rack. Kicks it out on the double team. Gives it to Daniel House Jr. for 3, but he misses the shot. Rebound, Luka Doncic. Go ahead, D.
Luka Doncic bringing the ball down to the top of the key, and it looked like there's a clash in the middle of the lane. PJ Tucker, Porzingis. Looked like a foul called on PJ Tucker. Yep, looked like they called the foul on PJ Tucker. All right, guys, so Luka passing the ball in. Back to Luka. Luka up top. James Harden on the defense. Switch up. PJ Tucker on the defense. Doncic inside. Tosses the ball up. Can't finish. PJ Tucker comes down with the ball. Kicks it to James Harden. James Harden out on the ring. Is that House Jr.? No, that was Robert Covington off the mark. Covington off the mark with it. Kristaps Porzingis bring it down. Kicks it to Steph Curry. Steph drives in the lane. Hit from behind on Covington. That's going to be a foul, so Curry will go to the line for 2.
The one thing I'm already seeing is that the Houston Rockets are being very physical with Porzingis. He's already been knocked down twice, in this game. And a good move by Steph Curry, going to the middle of the floor, getting to the basket and drawing a foul. You want to get the Rockets in foul trouble, because then they really can't exploit that 3-point attack with key players. So Steph Curry knocks down the first free throw. And look at Steph Curry's last 4 games, guys, before the restart. 25 points, 72% from the field, 64% from the 3-point line, ladies and gentlemen. So he was balling before the NBA closed down, but he misses the second free throw. All right, so here comes Russell Westbrook. The lanes are spread wide for the Rockets, but he loses control of the ball, and Covington has to go get it. Nice pursuit by Steph Curry right there on the defense. Gets a switch with Luka Doncic. All right, so Russell Westbrook takes it to the rack, shoots it off the bank shot, but he misses the shot. Rebound, Luka Doncic. And I noticed Luka is always around the area to get those rebounds. So Porzingis sets a screen on Russell Westbrook. Luka takes it all the way to the rack. He gets stripped, and wise move by him to let it go, and the Dallas Mavericks will retain possession.
Good hand by PJ Tucker to get in there and knock that ball away. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Luka Doncic to bring the ball in. Gets it over to Kristaps Porzingis. Got James Harden on him. Good hand by James Harden to get in there. Trap Porzingis up. Stolen by Covington. Harden got the ball. Harden coming down. And wow, the Euro step, but Harden is thriving in pain on the floor. That is not a good sign for the Houston Rockets, man. Not at all.
And at first, I thought he was holding on to his knee, but it looks like he's holding on to his ankle when he did that Euro step. So it looks like he's going to try to walk it off, but he's going right. Let's see where he is. Yeah, he's going to try to see if he can walk it off. And he's trying to shoot. The last thing you want to do is, I don't care what anybody says about James Harden, and I know people have been critical, especially me, but I will say this. Harden is a key piece, is the biggest piece on this team. You lose him. Russell can hold the float a little bit, but it's not going to be. Oh, he stepped on. Looks like it was Dorian.
Yeah,
Dorian Finney-Smith's
well, he didn't roll it too bad, but he did roll it a little bit. But I tell you one thing, man, Russell Westbrook, he just don't make good decisions. So they need to. I don't know, man. They got to have James Harden on that field, so he does drain the free throw. Tie game, guys. Luka Doncic bringing the ball down. Take it away, Lewis.
So Luka Doncic gives it to Finney-Smith, gives it to Porzingis at the top of the key, shoots the third one-legged fade shot, and he knocks it down. That's a nice splash by Porzingis. He's got 4 points already. Dallas leads 5-3. Russell Westbrook takes it all the way to the rack. No defense by the Mavericks, and he said coast to coast. He said, give me that. 2 points for Russ. Game tied at 5. Here comes Luka Doncic, right, coming back. Tries to step back. Gives it to Finney-Smith. Finney-Smith pump fakes, dribbles on P.J. Tucker, goes behind the back, and faces a little bit of a double team. Can't find anybody. Gives it back to Luka Doncic, who's got Covington on him. Drives left. Nice strip by Covington on the way to the basket. Here come the Rockets transition. Harden tries another Euro, goes with the left hand and scores it off the glass. Beautiful move by Harden. And the Rockets take the lead for the first time, 7-5. Take it away, D.
Look like Harden ankle feeling pretty good. Kristaps Porzingis got knocked to the ground, got up hobbling a little. Looks okay already. Finney-Smith and the Kristaps turnaround jump shot over the top of Tucker, but he can't drain the shot. James Harden's going to bring the ball back down for the Rockets. Harden, nice pass inside to Covington for the dunk. Going to be a 9-5, 4-point lead for the Houston Rockets, guys. 8 minutes, 57 seconds left in the first quarter. We're going to commercial break.
All right, guys, smash that like, hit that subscribe for the Lewis and D right here on the Lewis Sports Network and Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. Again, guys, if you would like to super chat in the channel, you guys can do super chats on both channels. So just letting y'all know. Shout out to Anthony. He says he's got H-Town. G-Money's got the Mavs. Ron has said Harden got back up. Jay says he's got the Rockets. Ron says KP. Okay, shout out to Photographer. He says the Rockets looking good. Appreciate you coming through the stream, my man. Again, hit the like as you guys come in for both channels. G-Money says that the Rockets are moving the ball efficiently. I think they're moving the ball more so on the fast break, but I think that their defense has actually been pretty good so far against the Mavericks, and they're getting in transition. I think their ball movement has been pretty good in transition. I still got to see a little bit in the half court, but in transition, they've looked really good.
Yeah, no doubt. Still early in the game, so we got to see how everything goes as this game go on, but I agree with you right now from the immediate assessment.
We're pretty much our own media, but we give unbiased basketball talk. That's the difference. Not these other heads that will say one thing and eliminate the other without recognizing. You got to bring the entire totality to the game when it comes to what you're seeing out there, which is why me and D are providing that basketball content, because we're telling you what we see, and everybody's knowledgeable on both sides on both channels in terms of what you guys see and what you guys hear, from the commentary. So, we're giving you that authentic stuff, man, homegrown, none of that artificial nonsense that the media likes to spew to the public. No brainwashing over here, man. It's the real deal, real stuff.
Right.
That 100 stuff.
That's right.
And salute to Tara. Salute to Tara Matthews, man. Appreciate her. She's a huge Lakers fan. She said she's going with the Mavs on this one, even though Harden was dropping 30-plus points in the scrimmages. Okay. By the way, Westbrook has 30 straight games of scoring, a streak of 34 straight games with 20-plus points in a game, so which is the longest active streak of his career. Just wanted to throw that out for you guys. So it's been.
Oh, yeah. Tell your mom to cash out you some money. Sorry about that, Lewis. PJ PJ Tucker, my man Chopstick says PJ Tucker at the center. That's my problem with the Rockets. Yeah, he is small, but like I said, man, PJ and Clint Capella play a lot bigger than what they are, and that's just their strategy. They play that small ball thing, you know what I mean? But I know Chopsticks, he is small to be playing that 5 position. They need to feed KP the ball all night and abuse the Rockets. 6'7" center. Yeah, easier said than done. PJ Tucker just swiped the ball away from Kristaps Porzingis twice. He's got fast hands. He's strong, so he's down there for a reason. Look at that dude's broad shoulders. So we back to the game, guys.
So Luka Doncic has got the ball, gives it to Kristaps Porzingis. Luka gets the ball back, and he gives it to Tim Hardaway Jr. for 3 in the corner, and he splashes it. Splash. Score is 9-8. Houston up by 1. Going down with 8 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in that first quarter. So here comes Russell Westbrook, gives the ball to James Harden. James Harden gives it back. Nice little give and go. Russell Westbrook spin moves, gets it to the paint, misses the shot. Nice athletic move, though, but tough in traffic. Here comes Tim Hardaway Jr., tries to pass it, gives it to Seth Curry. He pump fakes, shoots a three-pointer, but he misses the shot. Offensive rebound by Finney Smith. Look at him fight for that ball. Oh, wow, we got a double team. Yeah, no, that's a clear offensive foul. Man, he hit Covington hard, clearing space, and Houston will get the basketball right there. Man, that was a nasty shot by Finney Smith.
Yeah, that was a tough shot right there. Come on, Kristaps. Why you? Hey, man, these players are funny. Kristaps goes over there and tries to argue that, man. He tried to take Covington's nose off. All right, so James Harden brings the ball down. Look like Finney Smith on the defense. James Harden dribbles around him right to the lane for the easy layup. James Harden fast with that crossover. Cut to the lane. 7 minutes, 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Luka Doncic brings the ball back down. Crossover on Covington. Luka passed the ball to Seth in the corner. Seth almost loses it. Gets it over to that Finney Smith. Doncic switch. Doncic step back 3 and drains it. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Tie game. Dallas Mavericks 11. Houston 11.
So what's out of 11? The Mavericks got to play better defense, though. Letting James Harden get to the rack like that way too easy. Tim Hardaway's got to do a better job. Terrible possession by the Rockets. They turn it over. Here comes Luka Doncic on Covington, but good. Nice recovery by Covington. Didn't give up on the play and pushes the ball out of bounds, but the Dallas Mavericks will retain possession. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that was Finney Smith who guarded him, but that was terrible defense. You let Harden get all the way to the cup. And Luka Doncic is taking a page out of James Harden, but just a more cleaner step back from 3 on the left side of the floor. All right, so Max Kleber's in the game, excuse me. All right, so here comes Tim Hardaway Jr. Oh, wow, terrible defense by Harden. Wow, Tim Hardaway tried to catch a body and dip, but couldn't. Gets fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line to give Dallas the lead. 7-12 remaining in that first quarter. We are tied at 11, folks. You can see right there, PJ Tucker fouls him right on the arm because, like I said, he would have caught a body and would have dipped on that dunk right there. So Tim Hardaway, here he is, junior, at the free throw line, and he scores the first one. Dallas now leads 12-11 against Smash the Like. Hit that subscribe for Speaking My Sports Talk and Lewis Sports Network. And Tim Hardaway's season, he's shooting 41% from 3. He's making almost 2.9 3-pointers per game. And there's Eric Gordon, who is sitting out for 2 weeks due to an ankle injury he suffered in the last scrimmage game. All right, so Dallas leads 13-11. Take it away, D.
All right, James Harden with the ball. James going to bring the ball down. Hardaway Jr. steps in front of him, kicks the ball over to Russ. Russ with the nice move inside. And did he get fouled by Curry? Looked like it's going to be an and one. Russ will go to the line. Nice move on Curry by Russ. Gets the foul. Yeah, he did grab him. He's got to – if you're going to foul him, you got to come a little tougher than that, Seth. Can't come that soft.
Just real quick before D continues, my bad, man. G Money says, "Oh wait, Logan says, do you think that Tim Hardaway's been doing better than we expected? Offensively, he's been fine. It's really more so defensively because he's got the athleticism to be a good defender, and I feel like that's where to me he needs to take the next step. It's defensively to be a real two-way player because he can put the ball in the basket and he can shoot the 3. Luka Doncic just got fouled. Looks like it. Is he going to get the continuation, or are they going to call it on the floor before he took the shot?
I think it was on the floor, no shooting foul, but Westbrook missed the free throw, just so that everybody knows.
Porzingis shoots the 3-pointer, but he misses the shot. Rebound of James Harden. Go ahead, D.
James Harden directing traffic as he brings the ball down. James at the top of the key. James Harden step back three, can't hit, but he's fouled behind the line. So James Harden will go to the line for three. You know, these players got to get back into that rhythm and get used to giving that shooter space to land because, guys, that's the new rule. Got to give them that space to land. They're going to give you the call on that every time. So James Harden up for the first free throw. Game tied at 13. James Harden drains the first free throw, 14-13. Houston up by 1. Freddie G says, smash that like button. Appreciate you, Freddie G. Seth Curry, former Blue Devil. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, talked about Duke. Yeah, the Leighton, no doubt. You say you're a biased KP fan. I feel your chopsticks. So James Harden shoot the third 3-point free throw, and he drains all three. So 16-13, Rockets with a 3-point lead. Is that DeLon Wright? Like they got DeLon Wright, and he throws the ball away. And it's a foul by Seth Curry. Austin Rivers, full speed ahead. Curry slowed him down with the foul, and that's Curry's second personal foul. So I think that they are going to sit Curry down. 6 minutes, 25 seconds left in the first quarter, guys.
All right, so Seth Curry is going to sit down while the play continues. So the ball's given to James Harden. Jeff Green and Austin Rivers have both checked into the game. So has Ben McLemore. So James Harden's got it, gives it to Covington. They swing it to Austin Rivers in the corner for 3 wide open, but he misses the shot. Good ball movement by the Rockets. And we got a loose ball foul. And who is it going to be on? It looks like it's going to be on Kleber. So he's going to pick up the foul. And that might be his second or it might be his first, not sure. But the Rockets will keep the ball back. And Ben McLemore is going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2. To try to see if he can extend this lead, hopefully to 4 or 5. So we'll see what happens as he's at the free throw line.
No doubt. Terrell Matthews, Ron Cohen, Jay Jefferson, G Money, Anthony L, Logan, McKinney. Who else we got? Photographer. I ain't gonna butcher your first name. Shane Bowers in the building. So appreciate y'all coming through. Tomoko, Freddie G, Chopsticks, Andre. Appreciate y'all coming through. All right, guys.
So it looks like DeLon.
Oh, go ahead.
All right, slips right there. It's all right. While Porzingis picks up the shot and he knocks it down. So KP's already cooking already with 6 points. Houston leads 17-15 against Smash I Like It. That's the score. So here comes James Harden. He's got the rock. He's dribbling. He decides to shoot the 3 on DeLon Wright, and he gets the beautiful shooter's roll, cinnamon roll. Hits that 3-pointer. Houston Rockets lead 20-15. Go ahead, dude.
So Tim Hardaway Jr. goes right inside. Short jumper. Looks like he got a foul. James Harden crying, but I do think that was some contact there. Good foul call. Tim Hardaway Jr. going to go to the line for 2. James Harden, that step back 3-pointer, man, it's deadly. If you watch James Harden feet, man, he shuffles that back foot every time, man. It's like it's automatic travel, if you ask me, every time, but they never call it.
Oh, wow, look at that. Typical stat, man. 200 step back 3-pointers made this season, more than every other NBA player through the spectrum. See? These are just
you see this? Crazy.
But kudos to James Harden.
Yes, sir. James Harden brings the ball down, drives right through the middle of the lane, kicks it to Austin Rivers at the end. Blocking foul called on
Trey Burke.
Trey Burke.
I could tell he wants to be Allen Iverson so bad. He had his braids, and now he got AI's similar cut. Wow. I mean, he did say Allen Iverson was his favorite player. It cracks me up, though.
Yeah.
He low-key looks like Iverson. All he needed was a little mustache or a goatee. You would have thought it was a carbon copy. Harden at the free throw line.
When he gets hot, he reminds you of Allen Iverson a little bit. Harden drains the first free throw, 21-17.
Again, shout out to Shane. Shout out to Shane Powers. Again, shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Gabriel. Shout out to Ron. Harden has the same moves, but no one can stop it, though. His offense is so predictable. Yeah, I mean, it is. It is. I'll get into that a little bit later. But Porzingis has got it. Gives it to Tim Hardaway Jr. being guarded by Jeff Green. They dumped the Porzingis, who's got Austin Rivers on him. Let's see what Porzingis does. Just shoots over the top of him, and he drains it. And like I said, guys, 22-19. Porzingis has to take advantage of that matchup in the half court. That will prevent the Rockets from getting in transition. So Harden passes it to Green on the pick and roll. Green scores off the glass plus the foul. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot for the three-point play. And the Rockets now lead 24-19. Nice slip screen by Jeff Green right there, and nice bounce pass by James Harden right there.
Beautiful bounce pass by James Harden. And Kristaps Porzingis definitely has to take advantage of that matchup. And he should just do that all night, right over the top. No matter if they put Austin Rivers on him, Jeff Green, or PJ Tucker. Just turn around jumper right over the top. They're not going to be able to stop it.
So James Harden, Jeff Green knocks down the free throw, and he gives the Rockets a 6-point lead, 25-19. And looks like we got to stop and play. Looks like there was a foul on Jeff Green. Just showed a quick stat. He was only shooting 39% with the Utah Jazz, but since he's been traded here to the Houston Rockets, he is shooting 62%, averaging almost 11 points per game. So he's been a solid pickup for Houston. So Porzingis does get fouled, and he's going to go to the free throw line to shoot two. Porzingis has been very aggressive already early. I believe he's going to get – it should be points 11 and 12 right here in the first quarter, if I'm not mistaken. No, 13, my mistake. That was his 13th point. So he's off to a great start.
Yeah, he started off hot as soon as he came right out the gate. Jay in the building. What's good with you, Jay? Say, Lewis, D, what's up with you?
Shout out to Jay. Appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you guys coming in. All right, so Jeff Green gets into the paint, but there is Covington on the offensive rebound scores. Houston leads 27-21. Here comes Allen Iverson. Trey Burke. Porzingis just pulls up for three and drains it. And guys, what did I tell you? What did I tell you guys?
Bottom of the net.
All right, so James Harden, nice split of the defense and the Euro step and scores, and that's the James Harden that I like to see right there. That's the James Harden I like to see. 29-24 Houston. Here comes Trey Burke, comes right back and scores on the layup, so no defense being played. NBA action, trading baskets back and forth, 29-26. Here comes James Harden. He's off to a good start. Nice bounce pass again to Jeff Green on that slip screen pick and roll, and they can't stop it, 31-26. So I like that little incorporated play the Houston Rockets have got. So here comes DeLon Wright. He brings it back up, drives to the middle, shoots it with the right hook, and he scores. Nice move by Wright, and it's 31-28. Take it away, D.
I don't like this defense by either team right now. I think it's really soft. They need to press up on these guys, collapse in the pocket. James Harden, step back jumper, fouled again behind the three-point line. James Harden will go to the line for three. And they also need to give James Harden space to land, because if you're going to keep fouling this guy behind the three-point line, he's going to keep draining them from the free throw line. Believe that. But I don't like defense on either side right now. Lewis, what you think about that?
No, I feel you. I mean, it's good NBA action when it comes to offense, but you do want to see some defense being played. Everybody's just kind of trotting back, and it's just the coverages are terrible, to be honest. There's really no rotations. So I agree with you, D. There's got to be better rotations. I mean, even in the half court, guys are getting what they want because everybody's really standing still and they're kind of focusing. And right now, the matchup right now is between Harden and Porzingis right now, which we would thought it would be Harden and Luka, but both guys have come off to a very good start. And Russell Westbrook checks back. into the games. Score is 33-28 early first quarter, 3:37 remaining. Both teams are shooting the ball well, but like he said, both teams are playing terrible defensively. Harden on his second free throw gets the bounce, 34-28, taking it away, D.
Man, my stream buffering.
I don't know if he can hear me. I don't know if he broke up, but I'll just try to take it. He shoots the point that he tends it. I sit down for 3 minutes, scoring 34-31. And here comes Porzingis dribbles left, shoots the mid-range shot, and he knocks it down, plus the foul. Porzingis comes right back. Oh, wait, did they? Oh, no, it looks like we got an offensive. Oh, wait, let me see. It looks like it's a timeout, but all right, guys, so 2:41 remaining in the first quarter, so the score is 37-31. Anthony L. says, great commentary. Harden is on fire. That's facts.
Yeah, Harden's killing it right now, man. That step back is vicious. I'm back now. Sorry about that, man.
That's all right, man. Jay says he doesn't like the bigs in this era, just too much finesse. Yeah, I mean, you got to adapt to this game. Shout out to Chiefs fan in the building, man. Appreciate it.
What's up,
Jay
Chiefs
says defense
fan?
will be behind the offense. It's basically opening game. Harden is the number 2 Rocket scorer ever behind Hakeem Olajuwon. Didn't know that. That's something good to know. Harden versus KP. Yeah, it's a Harden KP duel. Like I said. Okay, so Logan says the Old Kings logo. That's his favorite logo. But Logan wanted to ask, what was your favorite player growing up? And I know he asked me that question, but D, who was your favorite player growing up if you had one?
My favorite basketball player growing up was Patrick Ewing. Because I'm a long-time Knicks fan, and I thought Patrick Ewing was the best thing smoking.
So for me, it would be Patrick. Patrick was one of my favorite players growing up. But the thing is, because I'm more of a wings person. Like I like guys like Allen Houston, Latrell Sprewell. But my favorite player growing up was MJ, and then I'm more of a Kobe guy as well. The Knicks were my team, but it's like I'm just a wings person. So it's like I go Jordan, Kobe. Patrick was actually my 3rd favorite player growing up, and I'm more of a Houston Sprewell kind of guy because I just love the way that those guys play. So
as I got older, like Jordan became my favorite player. But I mean, like when I was a younger chap growing up, it was Patrick Ewing because Jordan, I won't think about Jordan not for a while. And then he started whooping up on us. I started watching him and, I stopped being biased and, understood that dude was great. And so he became one of my favorite players later. But essentially, initially, I mean, growing up, it was definitely Patrick Ewing. Chopstick says, Jeff Green, player for my Sonic with KD. I always support him. Yeah, man. Jeff Green has got heart, literally and figuratively. I always support Jeff Green, too. That dude's got heart. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So they're showing James Harden highlights. He's cooking right now. Jay says, Lewis, you already know who my favorite player was growing up. That's right. OG Isaiah Thomas, you already know. G Money says, do you think a player will ever score 100 points in a single game like Will did versus the Knicks?
Nope.
I just think, remember, the closest we had was Kobe in the modern era with 81 points. But I just think that it's tougher, I think, for bigs in this era. And I think you would have to get in a Kobe-like zone for somebody to be as close to scoring 100 points, I think, because it was different with Wilt compared to what other players are, in today's game.
You know what I don't like is when you remember that game we were doing commentary for, and James Harden scored 61 points and set out the entire 4th quarter. I don't like the fact that they set him out because he was on fire. I think he could have beat Kobe's. He might have scored 20 points or more in that last quarter, the way he was shooting that night.
True. And all right, so we'll get back. We'll answer that. We'll continue to talk about that in a second. So Luka Doncic has got the basketball with Russell Westbrook guarding him, and Russell a little too aggressive on defense, gets the foul call as Luka tries to spin to the rack. But just to be quick, people also forget that Kobe had 62 and 3/4 against the Dallas Mavericks, and he had outscored them. The only thing was the Lakers were up, I believe, by 25 points, and so he decided not to come into the fourth quarter. So I agree with you, D. James Harden could have definitely had could have been on pace to have 80. And this is a wings era, if you look at, especially with the element of the three ball. But like I said, you would have to get into that kind of zone to have a realistic shot. I think it's more favorable for a wing, a dominant scoring wing, than it is for a dominant big man, unless he can shoot the three real well, and it's hot on that night. So Luka makes the first free throw, 39-34, misses the second, but he gets his own rebound after that tap out of Russell Westbrook, so Dallas can cut into this lead on this possession. So as Boban sets the screen, take over, D, because my thing just buffered.
Yeah, well, it must be both of us. But I tell you like this, PJ Tucker looked like to me that he had that rebound. I don't even think that Russell Westbrook needed to stick his hand in there and go for that. But I don't know. Westbrook, my whole question about the Rockets was Westbrook going to be the solution or was Westbrook going to be a problem? And I'm just not too sure if Westbrook is the solution. I'll say it that way. But we still have to give him some time. But I'm not sure if Westbrook is the solution.
I feel you. And Jay says, hopefully before this thing comes back, he says that the Mavs, they let you play your game. Their game is hitting shots. Getting your timing down helps you when you're playing against the Mavs. Dirk years, it was the same for the most part. Yeah, that's true. That's a very good point. And yeah, that's why I mentioned the Kobe versus Dallas, Jay. That's right, exactly. Can you tell which franchise is bigger, Houston or Dallas? That's a tough one. Shout out to the sports critic. He says you got approved. Appreciate that. I think he meant again. Congratulations on 1,000 subscribers, sports critic. Did a wonderful job with the Magic game earlier today.
Magic game?
Yeah, he did the Magic and the Nets because he's a Magic fan. So he grew up loving Shaq and all those. He grew up Shaq, watching Shaq, Penny. He fell in love with that Magic. Those 90s Magic teams. Let me see if it has. Sports critic wants to know how long did it take you to get the application approved? It only took me 2 days. And I'm guessing it was probably because of the fact that I had a lot of watch hours and I don't know, going through my channel. I guess it was pretty much that they got approved. It took me really 2 days. They sent me the notification and I was able to get it since I had the watch hours. I think it'll probably be the same with you, Amir, since the fact that you have a lot of watch hours already and you got it a long time ago. Because I had a lot of watch hours way before I even had hit the 1K.
And I just tell you like this, just make sure your Google AdSense account is straight. That's what's really important. If that Google AdSense account ain't straight, that's going to hold you up because it definitely held me up. Thank you, love.
Yeah, and so I was able to set the Google AdSense account myself. Let me find a different stream because for some reason the stream is it's not really coming up because my internet is fine, but it's not coming up.
Yeah,
so let me just
it can't just be you because it's happening to me too.
So let me just go to Buff Streams to see if that will work. Let me just try another stream here.
Yeah.
See if this one works. Okay, so this one's working. All right.
I wonder what that was about.
All right, so that's at the commercial break. All right, so we got sports critic share for the Mavericks. All right, It looks like your Magic are going to get that 7 seed sports credit because I just think the Nets are missing way too much for them to make that 8th and final playoff spot. But the thing is, they might be 8th only because the Wizards, they just lost to the Phoenix Suns today. And they haven't lost as much as the Nets, but you losing Bertans and losing Bradley Beal is still gonna hurt them.
Yeah, Austin Rivers, another Blue Devil. Another Blue Devil. Harden will continue to do offense, but they won't win the game relying on that. Dallas is playing better team ball. What do you think about that, Lewis?
I thought that they played better team ball ending the first quarter. Like whereas the beginning they were kind of getting a little bit ISO, but I will say that they did a good job of giving Porzingis the ball, and I thought Porzingis did a great job getting to the free throw line. He was able to get it to the post. He used his matchups to his advantage where he just rose up. He realized when he had a smaller guy on him, he pretty much used his height to his advantage. So that was good. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we got a doubleheader tomorrow. We got Pelicans and Clippers, and then we have the Lakers and the Raptors at 8:30, which me and D will be doing tomorrow, Saturday. So make sure you guys pull up for that one. Shout out to the North. We the North in the 6. So we're getting ready for the second quarter to start. I just got a different stream, so we're back. So in the first quarter, James Harden, 6 of 6 from the field, 23 points. Porzingis, 5 of 8 from the field, 15 points. But shout out to Andre. He has said, man, Harden got 9 free throws in the first quarter already, man.
James Harden that's what he does, man. He gets to flailing those arms around, and he has a way to, get those fouls. He has a way to get to the line, and that Euro step is amazing, That Euro step is a great thing for James Harden. My man Chopstick says KP with the 15 points. Yeah, Kristaps looking good, and that's not really a good sign for the Rockets. I tell you that, because if Kristaps continues to play like that and Luka picks up, that's going to be trouble.
Which is why it goes back to Ron's point that Luka has to figure out how to get him and Porzingis get each other in sync, and I think that pick and roll is something that they're going to have to look forward to in years to come, because I feel like this is a deadly duo once they in sync play well together at the same time. Because I felt like with the Mavericks this season, Porzingis played better when Luka Doncic was not on the floor,
Indeed.
And then when they featured him, and the fact that now Kristaps is using the post game and the mid-range game, this is dangerous for the Rockets, because now what's going to happen is it's going to help guys get involved, and it's going to really help space the floor. So we're in the second quarter. Russell Westbrook misses the mid-range elbow pull-up, and here come, once again, the Dallas Mavericks. So Luka Doncic has got it. Cross-court pass, kicks it out to Trey Burke for 3, and he drains that one.
Nice.
And the score is 45-42. Take it away, D.
Russell Westbrook with the ball. Russell Westbrook made the right decision with the ball. Russell Westbrook kicks it out to Tucker in the corner. Tucker drains the 3 right back at you, boys. Tie game, 45-45. Luka's going to bring the ball back up for Dallas Mavericks. Luka trapped up in the corner, dribbles his way out. Luka steps back, top of the key, hits and doesn't hit the rim at all. Russell Westbrook will bring the ball down for Houston. Kicks it to the corner. House Jr. for the 3, drains it. 48-45. Oh, that was McLemore for the 3. Sorry, guys. Not House Jr. McLemore for the 3. So Trey Burke, cross-court pass. Klebos trying to take it hard in the lane. I like that by Klebos. Don't take it soft, young man. Take it hard to the lane. But I think they called the offensive foul. P.J. Tucker grabbing that stomach. Looked like Klebos might have got his knee in the gut. Yep, P.J. Tucker was outside of that restricted area. That's a good call by the refs.
Very good call. And Jay says the Rockets have a head coach and 2 key players who don't use a team concept. Well, D'Antoni at one time did, but it's just the problem is he doesn't diversify his offense. That's his problem. And he's not much of a defensive coach. Let's just put it that way. And looks like the ball is going to the other way to Houston. Looks like Luka got hit, and he's kind of gimpy, shaking his leg a little bit. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Hopefully Luka is okay, trying to walk it off a little bit.
And Russell Westbrook, a little perturbed at Austin Rivers. Don't blame him because Russell Westbrook had a nice path to the lane, and Austin Rivers tried to be too much of a star right there. So I don't think that Russell Westbrook said anything to Austin Rivers, but he did show a little bit of frustration. So Luka Doncic inside, and one. Luka Doncic gets fouled inside. Nice move and layup by Luka Doncic. See if he can tie the game up. 47-48, 10 minutes, 25 seconds left in the half, people.
And Jay says the playground ball is not going to win you a championship. And Jay says that's what I said usually. Ron says it's still a little tough for me seeing KP on the Mavericks. I feel you on that because I feel like he could have drew some free agents, man. But, you know the Knicks. Can't trust those dudes in the front office. So Luka hits the free throw, tied at 48, and Russell Westbrook brings the ball up. McLemore sets a nice solid screen right there on the right side. Westbrook decides to pull the elbow jumper, and he misses. And that's my thing with Russell Westbrook. Try to move that ball around because you're not hitting the elbow jumper like you once did in OKC. So just continue to move that ball, attack the paint, and then try to see if you can develop your shot a little bit more by getting some easy baskets. But ball was deflected, and Dallas will retain possession.
Wait for McLemore to get his hand in there and knock that ball away. Keep that easy three-point shot.
So Luka inbounds the basketball to Trey Burke. Allen Iverson 2.0 gives it back to Luka, gives it back to Trey Burke. Trey Burke shoots a three-pointer, drains it, knocks it down. And Dallas retakes the lead 51-48. Take it away, D.
All right, Trey Burke's looking good right now. Russell Westbrook with the ball, gives it to McLemore, steps back for his own three, just off the front of the rim. Bogdanovic with the rebound. Luka Doncic step back, face the three right quick, gives it to the big man inside, scores and one.
And I gotta say,
so I said, and sorry, Lewis, real quick. I'm sorry, guys. Big Boban. Sorry, I called him Bogdanovic. Go ahead, Lewis.
Oh, no, I was just going to say that the Mavericks are doing a great job using their bigs, though. They just dumped it into Boban, and they dumped it into Porzingis. And to me, this is where Houston is going to have trouble when they play teams that can play half-court basketball. If they use their bigs, this is where Houston could be in trouble because that's what it'll slow down their offense because Houston likes to pull up with threes in transition, so that could take an element of them away where they're going to have to hit threes in the half court.
And Boban is not one of your big slumpy big guys. He's pretty agile. He can move around pretty well. So, and so can Kristaps Porzingis. So it's good to have them. Russell Westbrook takes it right to Boban, gets hit in the face. So he gets the foul. We'll go to the line, but he's bent over right now. That's Russell Westbrook's okay. I think he might be putting on a little show, some of these guys. But he did get swiped in the face. Boban tried to get the block on him, and Boban's got some big hands. When you look at the replay, his hands almost the size of Russell Westbrook's head. So just imagine one of those fingers coming down, swiping you across the chops.
He's got hands of the Big Show, like oven mitts.
Yeah, man. But not enough to stop Russell Westbrook from draining that free throw to convert on the three-point play, 51-53. And a clear lane for Luka Doncic down in the hole for the score. P.J. Tucker gets the ball ahead to Westbrook. Westbrook, watch your back. Trey Burke sneaking up. Westbrook feels him coming. Westbrook drives the lane. Easy score for Westbrook right around Tim Hardaway Jr. You got Luka Doncic coming back up the court with the ball. Got Covington on the defense. Doncic contemplated the three-pointer, passes it off to Trey Burke. Back to Doncic. Doncic guarded by Tucker. Doncic puts the moves on Tucker. Go inside. Covington, nice defense. Doncic can't hit. Covington gives it over to James Harden. James Harden on the wing. Got Trey Burke on the defense. Passes it to Westbrook, but Westbrook loses the ball. Hardaway picks it up. 3-on-2 off to Trey Burke. Corner three. Trey Burke drains the three. 58-53. Dallas Mavericks up by 5. Westbrook,
Russell Westbrook
is on three. Can't hit. Doncic down with the rebound. Take it away, Lewis.
All right, so Luka Doncic has got the basketball. Dallas makes 58-53. Tries to cross over Harden. The ball goes off of Luka's leg and out of bounds. It is Houston basketball. Luka's getting a little frustrated because he's actually drove into the basket, but is not getting the foul call according to Luka. Right now, Porzingis is on the bench, but they're maintaining the lead. You gotta enjoy. Russell Law did lose that ball, but you got to give the Mavericks credit. The way that they ran that transition last play to get that three for Trey Burke was crazy. Good ball movement by the Rockets. PJ Tucker knocks down the three-pointer, and that's what the Houston Rockets need to do in the half court. Move the basketball. They're going to get their shots. 58-56 Dallas. So here comes Luka Doncic.
Is it me, Lewis, or do you think they're targeting Luka Doncic's leg? Because that's like the third person that hit that same leg. We gotta pay attention to that. So nice hands by Harden, almost stripped the ball and caused it to go off Trey Burke, but no cigar. So out of bounds on the Rockets. Dallas will retain possession. Good hands by Harden.
Wow, so Trey Burke has got it, gives it to Tim Hardaway Jr. Got James Harden on him, dancing on him. And loses the ball, and Tim Hardaway double dribbles, so the Rockets will get the ball back.
Can't give those turnovers. Can't be a superstar. Pass the ball off, Tim Hardaway Jr. Covington gets the ball into James Harden. Harden to bring it across court for the Rockets. Harden at the top, double teamed immediately. Gets the ball over to Covington. Covington drives down in the lane, kicks it back out to Capella. Jeff Green. Jeff Green drives inside, misses everything. Luka Doncic got the rebound, brings the ball back down in the corner. And Finney Smith from the corner, but he can't hit. James Harden coming back down with the ball. Take it away, Lewis.
All right, so Harden passes to Jeff Green for three, but he can't hit. Rebound to Luka Doncic. He actually gets hit, but they didn't call the foul. They said the ball was just slapped out of bounds, and Dallas will retain possession. So, guys, 6:55 remaining in the second quarter. We got a timeout. The score is Dallas 58, Houston 56. Basketball with Lewis and D right here on the Lewis Sports Network. Make sure to hit the like button for both channels. Make sure you guys subscribe to both of our channels as well. If you haven't, and make sure you guys are sharing this on your social media outlets. Appreciate that.
We got Butter D that just stepped in the building. Sorry about that, Lewis. Just wanted to shout out Butter D. What's up, Butters D?
All right, shout out to Butters D, man, and appreciate you coming to the stream. He says Berg looking like a solid addition. Yeah, Trey Burke just played very well in this game, and he was a nice addition for Dallas, so that was a nice addition. Ron says that the Houston defense parted like the Red Sea for Luka Doncic. All right, so Tomoko says, what's double dribble? Basically, what that means is that when you pick up the ball and then you stop and then you dribble the ball again, that's a double dribble.
You grab it, and you hold it with both hands. You can't do that, Tomoko. You got to keep the ball dribbling. You can't grab it with both hands. Once you grab it with both hands, you got to either shoot it or you have to pass it. But what Tim Hardaway did is he grabbed it up with both hands and he continued to dribble it again. That's an illegal move. They call that a double dribble.
Yeah. All right, so Jay says that the Rockets copied the Warriors. Yeah, but Draymond has some size versus others at this height. And the Rockets don't have the shooting backcourt that the Warriors have, but who does? And true, I mean, when you have Steph Curry and you have Klay Thompson, two of the best to ever do it. It's tough. Logan says, imagine if they had the rail camera when Ray Allen hit the buzzer beater in the finals for overtime. Facts. That would have been a sick camera angle. Facts.
Yeah, for sure.
Ron says D'Antoni usually predicates ball movement. And that's what I was saying before. To me, he's playing what Daryl Morey wants and is catering to what James Harden is playing. I don't think this is really D'Antoni. So that's why I said that he usually predicates ball movement. He does use more pick and roll. That's really, his game. But, that's not what it is right now.
At all.
Ball heavy guard. Yeah, and Jay says, ball heavy guard. Why Melo was faced down in New York with D'Antoni there. Well, yeah, because Melo, it was me, myself, and Melo when it came to the offense. He had his moments because if you look at Melo's game, his game never really evolved. He got better offensively in terms of scoring, but his offense really never, to me, evolved. It was the same for a long time. G Money says Burke was balling for my Knicks.
That's right. Burke was balling for the Knicks. And because of that damn James Dolan, we can't keep a solid team together. Curse James Dolan, I say. Curse James Dolan again.
And G Money also says, I remember Trey Burke had 42-point explosion on the Hornets, but we lost in overtime. But we're just not we're a young team, but we're just not a good team. Some of our signings have been,
questionable.
It's been crazy. I mean, we signed 4 bigs when we've needed help in the backcourt. We don't have really depth on the wing, so I don't understand that. But
we get rid of DeAndre Jordan and really get no value for him.
So that's why I say that it's tough. All right, guys, so we are back against Smash It Like It That Subscribe. So Luka Doncic with the ball. They give it to Finney Smith, who gives it right to Porzingis, and then gives it to Tim Hardaway Jr., to Seth Curry, back with the starting lineup. Doncic has got Jeff Green on him, left side of the block. Dribbles left, faces a little light double team. Good show by PJ Tucker. All right, they get into the post. Luka with the right hand just misses, but nice play by Luka, gets into the paint, scores, plus the foul, and Dallas now leads 60-56. So good job by Luka Doncic going back up with the second effort right there. And also good job by him not settling for no threes. I'm seeing a different Luka getting himself in the post, man, and staying in the paint. So I like it.
That was excellent defense by Jeff Green. Kind of a mistake to come behind him and catch that cheap foul. But the initial defense on him was solid. He stayed in front of Luka the whole time, caused him to miss that shot. The Rockets got to do a better job, and I know it's difficult because they're playing small ball, but they got to do a better job of boxing out so that they can come down with those rebounds.
All right, so Luka at the free throw line scored 60-56, 6:33 remaining, and here is his free throw. His free throw is good, and Dallas now leads 61-56. 5-point lead for the Mavericks. Take it away, D.
All right, James Harden with the ball. He's going to bring it down for the Rockets. James Harden directing traffic. Hits the ball to Covington over in the corner. Is that McLemore? Nice move by McLemore. And that was Daniel House Jr. They're going those dreads, boy, or the way those. It gets me every time. All right, Luka Doncic pushed the moves on James Harden, kicks it out. Finney Smith, Hardaway for a spot 3-pointer, drains it 64-58. Covington gets it over to James Harden. He'll bring the ball back down. James Harden surveying the landscape. Gets the ball over to Covington. Covington passes it to Russell. And it looked like it's a foul on House Jr. trying to get in there and stop Seth Curry from stealing the ball. Bad pass by Russell Westbrook.
And Russell Westbrook got away with a foul. That should have been a 4-point play. And good job by Dallas. It wasn't just the passing, but the penetration. Poor Houston defense. They forced the defense to collapse with Houston. Good passing by the Mavericks, good patience, and they got the shot they wanted on that Tim Hardaway 3 to push the lead up to 6. So Curry's at the free throw line, getting ready to shoot, makes the first free throw. The score is 65-58, 7-point lead for the Mavericks. Again, guys, you guys can donate to the channel if you guys like to. Cash App and PayPal are in the description box down below, and you also can super chat to both me and Dee on our channels if you guys would like to. We definitely appreciate the support. As Curry misses his second free throw, and James Harden's got the basketball, faces a light double team pressure, and the Rockets almost turn it over, but fortunately for them, it was kicked. And the Rockets their passing is starting to get very sloppy in the second quarter, which is why Dallas is really taking advantage of their points off turnovers, which is going to be a key stat in the first half.
Also, they're going a little cold because neither team really playing top-notch defense. You got turnovers by both teams, 6 by the Rockets, 5 by the Dallas Mavericks. So neither team are playing good defense, but the Rockets are not putting that ball in the basket. Hey, Lewis, I got a message for you in the private chat, fam.
No problem. In the meantime, Daniel House swings that ball to PJ Tucker, gives it to Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook goes to the basket. Nice reverse layup by Russell Westbrook. Poor defense by the Mavericks, and it is 65-60. Take it away, D.
All right. Tim Hardaway Jr. going to bring the ball up for the Mavericks. Hardaway Jr. at the top of the key. Russell Westbrook on the defense. He gets the ball. Stolen by PJ Tucker. Russell Westbrook full speed ahead, and he drains the layup right over the top of Tim Hardaway Jr. The Dallas Mavericks need to talk about it. 62-65, 4 minutes, 55 seconds left in the half. Jay said that's why CP3 wanted out when Harden was only on heavy ball guard. Like in Phoenix, same system, different city. Anthony tried the same thing with Kobe. The chats went up. Sorry, I got lost. He said Anthony tried the same thing with Kobe because Nash was there. Kobe became HC2. Yeah, I mean, D'Antoni is stuck in his ways, and on a lot of levels. Last season in the playoffs, Lewis and I was screaming like, man, switch out, stop gunning those threes. But they got their running guard system. They play small ball, and sometimes Mike D'Antoni is, I guess, on that living die with his system, bro. He's gonna live with it or he's gonna die with it. But he just won't change up. He just won't change up.
And the only reason I always say it is because you would think about now is just the fact that you have to understand, like, you got to try to change something if something's not working, or if you're gonna try to keep your system, try to see what things that you can sprinkle. And even though you're not a good defensive team like Houston is not, you got to play some type of defense to win a championship. It's going to come down to that. You're just not going to outscore teams. You got to play some kind of defense if you're going to win a championship. I know this era is not about defense, but still, it could be even situational defense, but you got to find a way to get stops. Because if you're not going to win, if you're going to just keep trading baskets, and you're not trying to defend at some point, because the thing is, I don't know if I could trust a team that allowed 158 points to a Wizards team that's not even really that good. A good offensive team, but they're also one of the worst defensive teams in the league. So I said that if Houston's going to win the championship, it's not just that the fact that their offense has to be great, but they have to play some form of defense if they're going to win the NBA title. So
facts. Yeah, it's two sides of the ball, man. 50-50.
Yeah. And that's just the way I see it. Us starting to G Money says the only defensive team D'Antoni had was 2018, but every other year his teams would rely on 3-point shooting and scoring in a certain amount of seconds. The 7 seconds or less offense. That was the original offense that D'Antoni had. That's not the offense that he plays now. It's really more so the ISO 3-ball offense that they play now. And the thing is, the defensive team that he had, his defensive coordinator was Jeff Bistilic, who was a former coach of Carmelo Anthony for the Denver Nuggets. Also, you have to look at the players that they had. They had Trevor Ariza and Luke Bamunte, 2 very good defenders in the game of basketball. That's why they gave the Warriors so much trouble.
Facts. I agree totally. All right, they're showing the guys clowning, having fun. We get ready to get back on the floor, guys, and we are back on the floor, showing us a couple of replays. Big Boban. All right, guys. Delonte right back in the game. Hits Porzingis with the ball. Porzingis back in the game. Right, cuts inside, almost loses the ball, gets it to Hardaway Jr. for the 3, but he's fouled behind the line. So Hardaway Jr. will go to the free throw line for 3 points.
Is it me or there's something I noticed? Because if you remember last night, both the Lakers and the Clippers were trying to draw fouls on each other, and there was a lot of complaining. Well, James Harden, he gets to the free throw line with the way that he flails his body. He's able to create this contact to force the defender into fouling. Also, when they landed into their space, but Tim Hardaway just got the same thing, and then you see James Harden complaining, and it's like, man, it's called getting a taste of your own medicine, bro.
Yeah, and I don't like the many whistles because it's extending these games, but I can say this: I do like the fact that it's not just the superstars getting these calls. So either cut the calls down or call it around the board. So I can appreciate that when you see a guy like Hardaway Jr. get the same bullshit call that James Harden would.
All right, man. So Daniel House passes the ball to Russell Westbrook, drives into the lane. He draws the foul. Good aggressive move by Westbrook. So he'll go to the free throw line to try to cut the lead to 4, score 68-62. Second quarter, 4:24 remaining in the first half.
And that was a clear foul. No questions asked. No need to complain. That was a clear foul.
My also think with the Houston Rockets, as Russell Westbrook misses the free throw, I'm wondering how many foul shot attempts are the Rockets going to get in the playoffs, because we know how Harden gets his fouls. I'm wondering, are the refs going to limit that whistle, because you saw what happened last year. Russell Westbrook is another story, but he might get the benefit of the calls. I don't know about James Harden because of his play style. So Russell makes the second free throw, 68-63. So Trey Burke gets the ball to Porzingis. Porzingis takes one dribble, takes a step back three-pointer, but he misses the shot. Rebound to Robert Covington. Take it away, D.
Robert Covington gets the ball up to James Harden. James Harden's going to bring the ball over for the Rockets. Harden drives right into the lane, kicks it in the corner of the house. Junior for three, drains it, bottom of the net, 66-68. DeLon right in the corner. He'll bring the ball up. Gets it over the top of Porzingis. Porzingis fakes, turnaround jumper over the top of James Harden, but he can't hit. Russell Westbrook knocks the ball out of bounds. It's going to stay down this end. Dallas ball.
Now, I like what Porzingis is doing in terms of getting the mid-range shots, but I want to see him deeper in the post because they don't have the size to guard you. So get deep. All right, so Tim Hardaway Jr. crosses over, shoots a three-pointer, misses the shot, and that's also my problem with Hardaway. He settles too much for that three-point shot. Russell Westbrook's got the ball, takes it to the rack, and he misses the shot. Tried to draw a foul, but no call. Here comes Tim Hardaway Jr. Here comes Dallas on the break. Tim Hardaway Jr. dribbles. There you go, Porzingis. He seals his man inside on Covington and gets the bucket. That's what Porzingis has got to do.
Way too small, too. Covington's way too small. Kristaps Porzingis' footwork is way too good down there. So they shouldn't utilize the often mismatch he'll have. Covington in the corner. Kicks it back out the house for three. House again, bottom of the net. 1 point game, 69-70. 3 minutes left in the half. We got DeLon Wright bringing the ball down for Dallas. Gets it over to Burke. Burke gives it up top to Porzingis. Kicks it to Hardaway Jr. in the corner. Back to Porzingis. Turnaround jumper off the glass. Fouled at the same time. Don't complain, P.J. Tucker. Kristaps Porzingis back to the line to see if he can convert on the three-point play.
Oh, yeah, that was a nice move by Porzingis right there, getting to the paint. He got sandwiched in there by two Rockets, man, trying to make sure that Porzingis don't get that shot off. But Porzingis, with his improved strength, was able to get that shot off and knock the and one. The old Porzingis would have not been able to really get that shot off because he had not, he has gotten stronger, so that actually helps. So he's showing good upper body strength. And he shoots the free throw and he knocks it down, and the score is 73-69. Here comes James Harden bringing the ball up, being guarded by Finney Smith. Gets a little bump screen by Russell Westbrook. Harden tries to go through a double team, and do we have a foul? Yes, we have a foul.
And Luka's not complaining. He know that was a clear foul. He got caught reaching in, raped James Harden's arm.
I will say the persistence of James Harden, man. Looking for that whistle. All right, so the ball is inbounded to James Harden, Russell Westbrook. Okay, Daniel House. Nice ball fake by Daniel House. Oh, but he just braces the rim on that three-point shot. Rebound Porzingis. Here comes Luka Doncic. Big guarded by Robert Covington. Faces a double team with Daniel House. Nice job by Porzingis to flash in the middle. Kicks it out to Trey Burke for three, and he splashes it down, guys. 76-69. Excuse me. Take it away, D.
Trey Burke feeling it. James Harden going to bring the ball. Try to respond back to that 6-point explosion, as the man says, by the Mavericks. House back to Harden. Harden up top. Got DeLon Wright on the defense. Harden kicks the ball over to Westbrook. Westbrook fakes the three. Drives inside. Easy layup for Westbrook. 71-76, 5-point game. 1 minute, 55 seconds left in the half. Luka Doncic with the ball. Got Robert Covington on the defense. Dribbles around the Porzingis screen. Luka passes the ball over in the corner. Back to Porzingis. Back in the corner to Hardaway for the three. Drains it 79-71. Dallas Mavericks feeling it from behind the line. Here comes James Harden. And James Harden for the long three. Why he shot that, I don't know. Did he get fouled?
Yeah, he got fouled by Finney Smith.
Wow, smart by James Harden. I couldn't see because of the camera angle, but that was a smart play by James Harden. Are they going to give him the shots from the line? It appears they are. So it may be Oh, wait, they might not give him the shots from the line because James Harden's crying. No cigar,
You see it, man.
Harden.
You see.
Yeah, no
Okay,
cigar.
Bronson.
So it's a away from the ball foul. James Harden with the ball at the top of the key. Got Hardaway on the defense. Trying to slide a double team, and then Russell Westbrook inside. And it's a late whistle, but they do call the foul. Russell Westbrook, calm down. You're close to the technical, my friend. So it appears it's going to be a foul. Russell Westbrook to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, but what was up with Dallas defense, man? They had 4 players on the left side of the floor. Wow, that was a very straight. This just lets you know that both teams are not really defending. You can just clearly see it. Right. Some of these defensive coverages are horrible, and Russell misses another free throw. That's his 3rd miss. Almost kind of saying, no, I can't even say ball don't lie because Porzingis did commit the foul. It's just a late whistle. I'm surprised Porzingis didn't even get a technical with his reaction, but okay, so here's Russell Westbrook at the free throw line, trying to see if he can connect this one, and his free throw is good. And it's amazing to me that with that Russ's free throw percentage has dropped in the last 3 seasons, man, because this dude was 80 plus from the line. Easy. I know. But he's shooting below 70, but I think he's at 75% this year. And Luka Doncic kicks it out to Trey Burke. Allen Iverson 2.0 knocks down the 3, 82-72. Dallas up 10. Dallas on fire from the 3-point line. It's like they can't miss almost. James Harden to bring the ball down. Immediately double teamed by Doncic. And Harden stuck back with the long 3-pointer. Can't hit. Kristaps comes down with the rebound. Here comes Luka Doncic. Doncic up top. House Jr. on the defense. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Luka Doncic says, step back. I don't need the screen. Taking it to House Jr. Step back 3-pointer. Luka misses, but James Harden will be called for the foul. Easy foul, James Harden. He pushed Kleber to the ground. I actually saw that one. So that's going to be James Harden with a foul on Kleber. Senseless foul on James Harden. Senseless foul. Trey Burke is feeling it. I was going to say, man, this is the year 2020. It's clear vision. We got to see everything, huh?
Yeah, dog. We got to get it.
All right, but
Cleveland with the shooter's touch.
Bounces up.
Go ahead, my brother.
All right, Trey Burke is on fire. He's 7 of 8 from the field, 5 of 5 from the 3-point line. He's got 19 points.
Yes,
all right, 84-72. Here comes Westbrook, drives all the way to the paint, but Covington, not even paying attention, loses the rock, but he gets it back up, and James Harden's got it. We got 20 seconds remaining, 7 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here comes Harden being guarded by Tim Hardaway Jr., goes to the rack, draws another foul, plus and 1. And Dallas now leads 84-74 with 14 and a half seconds remaining as Harden tries to get the 3-point play. Foul on Tim Hardaway Jr.
Poor Kleber's getting banged all up. Just got hit in the face by one of his own teammates. And way to Harden to hang in the air like that. Use that hang time to get that shot off and score. What's up with Harden and James Evan hairdo, man? This dude, man.
Harden makes a free throw, 84-75, 14 and a half seconds. They will get the last shot. And Luka usually likes to take those step-back threes like during that shot clock, but he drives it all the way to the basket, gets stripped, loses the rock. That ball should be Rockets' ball, but that was off of Luka. I think it hit his back on.
Nah, that hit PJ Tucker's foot before it went out. I don't even think they'll review that. That came off of PJ Tucker's foot before it went out.
So it looks like it's not the person that's complaining, so I might have saw that one wrong. But all right, so here's the inbound 5.4. They give it to Luka. Luka goes all the way to the rack. Nice bounce pass to Porzingis, and he draws the foul late. That was actually a good play by Luka Doncic. He didn't try to settle for taking a step back shot. He took it right to the rack, saw a cutting Porzingis, and nice pass. Give it to your big man. He's feasting right now, and he's playing well. So let him get some more easy points from the free throw line, and that's a foul on Daniel House Jr. So, but Porzingis and Trey Burke have been the offense for the Dallas Mavericks in this first half. I mean, Trey Burke is balling right now. And when I mean balling. He cannot miss right now.
Hey, my man Johnny Boy in the building. Did the Bucks win? Yes, sir. They took a surge right there at the end, Johnny Boy. They close the deal. The Bucks takes the show. Pretty good showing at the end of the game by the Bucks.
I gotta say this, man. LeBron's looking like a first-team All-NBA defender with the way that the Mavs and the Rockets have played defense tonight, and LeBron played great defense yesterday.
Man, LeBron was defending very well yesterday. Very well. Johnny boy, I'm going to call you, bro. I did a game before this one, and then I'm on this game. So if you're still up, I'm going to call you after this one over with. Porzingis for the second free throw. Drains it. He's perfect from the line tonight. 85-75. Harden heaves one up, and it's an air ball, long distance pass to Eddie House Jr. So, guys, going into the half, Dallas Mavericks, comfortable lead, but not a comfortable lead for the game. 2 quarters, that's not enough points. This is still anybody's game, but Dallas Mavericks are looking pretty good right now.
All right, so Dallas has a 10-point lead at the half. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the halftime show with Luka Doncic. As you already know, I'm already in the kitchen. I was actually in the kitchen like way beforehand, decided to cook up these stats. Shout out to Demir, man. Pretty. He says petty savage balls. Okay, don't know what he means by that, but again, shout out to Demir, always here at the streams. That's the best D from LeBron in years. Oh, that's a fact. G Money says offensive explosion in Disney. Yeah, but I'm just not liking the defensive intensity. I'm not liking that. And this is what people have kind of fell in love with in this era. I like good offense, but you got to, I know that good offense beat good defense, but that's not the case in this game. That's why the score is so high. 85-75 in the first half. So while D talks to the chat, I'm going to be cooking up the player stats and the team stats in just a second. So I will be right with you guys in 1 second.
All right, guys. So why he's doing that with the chat? I will say this, man. I usually give you guys a breakdown about what I think the keys to victory are. And I have an idea generally of who I think will win this game. But even though the Dallas Mavericks are up by 10, it's still kind of up in the air for me about who will win this game. And I'll tell you guys why I say that. Dallas they do look good right now. Kristaps is playing pretty well, but neither team is defending well. And I was saying this in the earlier game, Portland versus Memphis Grizzlies. When you have defensive issues, a team that's known for scoring, known for putting up points, they can come back on you in a blink of an eye. A 10-point lead is nowhere near enough. And Dallas defense is not great right now. The Houston Rockets went a little bit cold. But when P.J. Tucker and James Harden and these guys start draining those three-pointers, it's going to be a different story. So, 10 points can evaporate really quickly. As far as keys to victory, stop turning the ball over. Try to do your best to pick it up on defense. And I would say that for both teams. Offensively, it seems that both of them are pretty much in sync. And it's good for the Dallas Mavericks to have Kristaps Porzingis playing well because, guys, one thing for sure, 2 things for certain. At any time, Luka Doncic can take off. And if you have Kristaps playing that well and Luka Doncic takes off, that's terribly hard to defend. With the Rockets playing horrible defense the way they are, that just spells bad news. So we're going to have to see how this second half goes, what happens with Luka Doncic, and if the Rockets can find a way to catch fire again, which would definitely add more excitement back to this game.
Yeah. Again, shout out to everybody in the chat, and I've got those stats cooked up for you guys, man. So here we are. So we're gonna start with the players right here on Speaking About Sports Talk with Lewis and D. Oh yeah, Rick Carlisle is our coach in D'Antoni. I'm gonna say this, man. The Dallas Mavericks are actually, to me, running more plays, and I give credit for the Houston Rockets ball movement, but I feel like Dallas, to me, is executing better when it comes to their play calling. I think they're executing their plays better than the Houston Rockets are when I'm watching both teams. Even though that this is a high-scoring game, like Houston's making baskets at a high clip, they're getting to the free throw line. But when I look at Dallas, like their offense is, everybody's getting involved. They're recognizing mismatches with KP in the post. They're swinging the ball on penetration. And even though both teams have been bad defensively, I think Dallas is executing much better in the half court and in transition than the Houston Rockets are, me personally, which is kind of the reason why they have a 10-point lead. Because, look, let's get to the players real quick and you'll see why. So right now, let me just wait till this loads up right here. Where is it at? Here we go. For the Houston Rockets, no other player is in double figures other than James Harden and Russell Westbrook. Both guys have shot the ball very well. Russell 7 of 14 for 17 points in 19 minutes. James Harden is 7 of 8 from the field with 26 points. So Harden and Westbrook are actually very efficient, and they've gotten to the line a combined 16 times. James Harden hasn't missed a free throw. He's 10 of 10. So Harden has been very efficient. He's got 5 assists. He's got no turnovers. He has a block, 2 steals, 2 rebounds. But no other player is in the double digits with Houston other than Westbrook and Harden. So they're pretty much the offense for the Rockets. They have 43 of the team's 75 points, and that's well over 50%. So they're almost equating for 60% of the team scoring. Now, you look at the Dallas Mavericks, they have 4 players in double figures. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s got 19. He's shooting the ball great. Porzingis has got 21 points on 7 of 12 from the field. Luka Doncic has 14, but he's only 5 of 13. But that also helps when you have Trey Burke, who's giving you 19 points off the bench on 7 of 8 shooting and 5 of 5 from the 3-point line. And then you got Porzingis also getting to the free throw line. He's 6 of 7 from the free throw line. So, there goes that. So now we're going to go to the matchup real quick, which is why the score is so big. So let's look at the matchup. Okay, this is the best defense I've ever seen. Both teams score 42 points in the first quarter, and then they play even better defense in the second quarter because Dallas scores 43 and Houston 33. So that's just unbelievable defense. Best defense I've ever seen right now in the scrimmage so far. So then you go there, and then you go down. We got 6 lead changes. Longest run was a 9-0 run by the Mavericks. We have 7 ties in this game. The Mavericks are out-rebounded with the Rockets, 22-14, and I told you that size is going to matter. 5 offensive rebounds to 1 for the Dallas Mavericks. So Houston has to do a better job with the rebounding. Assists. Dallas has 18 first-half assists to Houston's 12. So I told you, sharing the ball, executing more offensively. And what's crazy is, despite the lead, Dallas has 8 turnovers, but they're not taking advantage because Houston has been not getting killed on the board, so second chance opportunities. So you look at the first half stats, both teams, 80% from the free throw line. Dallas has got 5 more attempts. You look at the 3-point shooting, that's what's killing the Rockets right now. They're only 7 of 18 for 38%, while the Dallas Mavericks are shooting 55% at 11 of 20. And then both teams are shooting in the high 50s. Rockets at 56.5% and Dallas at 58.7%. And ladies and gentlemen, those are your first half stats on the Lewis Sports Network with Lewis and D.
Well, thank you, my brother, for those amazing stats, as always. Let me see what our guys talking about in the chat. He said the Mavs have a playbook. Yeah, they got really good set plays, and they're executing really well right now, Jay. He said the Rocket plays playground ball that doesn't work in the NBA. Well, I'll say this. It works in the NBA. It just may not get you a championship. We can't say it doesn't work because they're one of the upper echelon teams. So it does work, but will it get you a championship? Nah, probably not. So in the long run, I guess you're right there. Jay, guess it doesn't work, right? Go ahead, Lewis.
Anthony L says my issue with Harden is that when you get closer to the playoff stretch, he has to learn how to elevate the play of his teammates outside of Russ, and that's one of my biggest gripes of Harden. And they don't talk about this enough about James. It's to be able to elevate the play of your teammates in the postseason.
Yeah.
When Harden struggled, does he elevate the play of his teammates? And the answer is no. And we've seen that time and time again. Harden hasn't elevated his teammates in 2018. Harden needs to be more aggressive and not rely on the refs. No, Harden's being aggressive. It's just he relies on the refs. And it's just what Anthony L said, G-Money, but you're missing the point. Harden has to be able to elevate the play of his teammates when he struggles, which means that he can try to do other things when that happens, but he's not doing that. Okay, so Jay says, you and me both know that Harden's not going to do that during playoff time. I mean, hopefully he could do it this year, but he has a history of not doing that. G-Money says, not to change the topic, but you're trying to do it again, G-Money. Sorry. No, not going to happen.
Hey, Johnny.
Back to 2018.
Yeah, Johnny Boy says
right now.
Johnny Boy say KP all the way. Yeah, man. I know, man. Kristaps Porzingis is looking good, Johnny Boy. Especially this game, he's pretty solid. And I would, like Lewis said earlier, I would like to see the Dallas Mavericks try to get that ball down there in the hole because it's pretty much a mismatch on anybody he's on. Maybe Clint Capella could do a decent job on him, but he can pretty much shoot over the top of anybody they put on him. So they need to feed him that ball mid-range to low post a little more.
All right, so Jay says, man, before out, 1 in and or 5 out isn't playground basketball. All right, I feel you on that. Anthony L says, what Houston is doing won't work when they play against the veteran teams like the Lakers and the Clippers. I keep saying that.
Yeah.
What happens when Harden tired out after getting pressed and guarded 94 feet? I keep saying that. And people are saying, oh, man, Lewis, you know, you're hating on the Houston Rockets. And I said, no, when I watch this team play, I don't trust them in the playoffs. I'm going with 2 players in Russ and Harden who have a history of playing low IQ basketball. Nothing against those guys. I want them to win a championship so that the media can get off their backs. They just keep going with the media. They just keep going against what people are telling them, and they do their own thing. And when they do that, that's why they don't have the success, especially in close games. That's my issue. G Money says the Mavs could be a surprising team in the playoffs because they have weapons. Here's the thing, though. It's going to depend on who Dallas plays. And my thing is that they're going to have to establish Porzingis down low, but they also going to have to defend. And I just think that with the Mavericks style of play, they let you back into games because they don't defend. They really don't defend at a high level. So if they can find a way to just, it's going to have to be their offense is going to have to be their defense. When I look at Dallas, their offense is going to have to be their defense. They're going to have to play so well offensively that they're outscoring the other team because they have not been a consistent defensive team pretty much all season. Shout out to Preston Ziegler, man. He says, yo, all right, what's up, Preston?
What's up, Preston?
Stream again.
I think Dallas gets murdered by the Bucks. If Dallas was to meet the Bucks in the finals, I think Dallas gets murdered by the Bucks. They're going to have problems. See, Kristaps Porzingis, you look at him in this game here, he's going to take advantage of all of these guys. But when you got guys that's pretty intense on defense, and Chris Middleton, Lopez brothers, Giannis Antetokounmpo, all of that length, it's not going to be as easy for Kristaps Porzingis. These guys high intensity, and they can score the ball too. So I think they get thrashed by a team like the Bucks. Dallas still got some improvements to make. And with the defense we see tonight, they're not going to get the job done against a team like Milwaukee Bucks. I can guarantee you that.
So it says, along with an IQ coach, Jay says Mavs duo has to play at a high level. Luka has to be great, and KB has to possibly play even better than that. And again, it's going to have to be how they get it synced. Yeah, they got a low IQ basketball coach. It's the truth. G Money says that Harden needs to be selfless and be willing to get his teammates involved. He needs to change his game. It's the reason that he lost last year too. That was the problem. Jay, Jay said, I hate to say it, man, but both Carmelo and Harden will end their careers without the championship. Harden has a little more time than Carmelo. I think Melo is going to end without a championship. Russ has time, but his time is ticking as well because both of these guys already been in the league for over a decade, and they have now shown that they can win when it counts in the postseason. And part of it, and listen, I'm not going to say that it's all their fault because it's a collection of things. But when it comes to a big reason, it's because of the way that they play. And again, it's about decision making in the playoffs, man. You have to make good decisions with not only just with the basketball in terms of playing your game, but also like you just have to make the big plays when you need them for both offense and defense. Both of those guys are capable, but they have a tendency to get lazy in those kind of moments, and they kind of focus on one another on the floor. And I've seen those guys, especially Westbrook. He gets caught in one-on-one matchups. It takes away the team concept. And then once that happens, that's when you got him beat. Once you beat Russell mentally, you got him beat. Jay says that Capella's on the Hawks. Oh, I think
Rico. I keep calling Jeff Green Capella. I switch back and I call him Jeff Green. I'm just so used to seeing Capella down there. I keep calling Jeff Green Capella, but I mean Jeff Green. But you're right, Rico. Yeah, I'm saying Capella. I know I'm saying Capella, but I don't mean that.
Right.
Hold on, I got somebody knocking at my door, but go ahead, Lewis.
Okay, so G Money says that the Mavs are only 1.5 games back of the Rockets, so they're the 6th seed. They do not want to. They want to avoid the Clippers, which is true. You don't. But I said that the Mavs are not going to beat the Clippers at full strength. They're just not. The Clippers are just too deep. And when they defended Luka, he had problems. So I just don't see it happening. Jay says the Mavs can beat anybody because they play well as a team and they have a great coach. They can, but they have to be clicking offensively because they're not a good defensive team. Jay says the Nuggets are a regular season team. Say that last year too. Nuggets have to prove otherwise. The Mavs could beat the Nuggets. No, they can for sure. They could definitely beat them. They have the opportunity because I don't know if the Nuggets to me are going to improve in the playoffs. Logan says De'Aaron dropped 39. Bogdan Bogdanovic dropped 24 points, and they still lost to the San Antonio Spurs. That's a big loss for the Kings, man, because they're fighting for that 8th final playoff
Yeah,
spot.
man, that was huge. That was huge for the Kings. Soccer training club just stepped in the building. What's good with your soccer training club? Sounds decision, believes in the system, and avoids one-on-one. Must be talking about those Rockets. I feel your soccer training club. My man Gideon says, I agree. Nugs should have beat the Blazers last year, but they choked games 3 and 7. Nugs need to prove themselves in the playoffs. They do. They do. And I think that this will be the year, G Money. All right, guys, so we're back. Back in action. Russell Westbrook drives down in the lane. It gets tied up by Seth Curry. Are they going to call a jump ball? I think they called a foul on Seth Curry.
No, they called the jump ball.
They called the jump?
Yep, they called the jump.
Yeah, pretty much know who's going to win this jump, but let's see.
My money's on Seth Curry. I think he got that athleticism, man.
He got that sprawl in him.
Yeah, just like I predicted. So James Harden got it. Shoots the 3-pointer. He misses the shot. Rebound to to
Hardaway Jr.
Nice spin move by Doncic, plus the foul on that spin move by Luka Doncic, and Dallas takes a 12-point lead.
Now, guys,
75.
Now, guys, let's watch Luka Doncic because, like I said, if Doncic heats up with the way Kristaps Porzingis is playing right now, I'm going to tell you guys, it's going to be problems in the big city.
All right, Anthony L says, when you're a leader, you have to be able to decipher your teammates' strengths and weaknesses and figure out a way to maximize those strengths when your shot is not falling. Absolutely. So Harden Luka Doncic missed the free throw. Russell Westbrook comes right back and he scores a layup 87-77. Take it away, D.
All right, Luka Doncic going to bring the ball back down for Dallas Mavericks. Excuse me. Luka dribbles around Covington, kicks it back out to Kristaps, back over to Luka's, give and go. Kristaps over the top of PJ Tucker, gets the foul off the glass and one. Kristaps still playing like Kristaps Porzingis was playing earlier. Looking good, guys. So Kristaps going to go to the line for the free throw. And this is what I'm saying, and this is what Lewis was saying right here. Give that ball to Kristaps mid-range and low post. He's going to do that all night. He's going to take advantage of these guys. He converts to 3-point play, 13-point game. Russell Westbrook with the ball, drives right down in the lane, kicks it back out to Covington for 3. Covington can't hit. Kristaps with the rebound. Russell gets his hand in there. Can't do nothing. Nice defense by James Harden to break up that pass, and he's fouled.
And look at this, D and chat. PJ Tucker has 4 fouls against a big lineup. That's gonna be problems because you lose your center at 6'7". I just don't know how the Rockets are gonna survive with that kind of lineup. So Jeff Green gives the ball to James Harden, faces a double team, gives it to Russell Westbrook, dribbles on Luka Doncic, trying to get through, ends up kicking it out to Daniel House Jr. for 3, and he splashes that one. 10-point game, 90-80. Dallas is up by 10. Luka Doncic comes right back. Nice defense by James Harden, picking his pocket. That's another steal. Harden in transition, pulls up for 3, but he misses the shot. Rebound to Dorian Finney-Smith.
And I tell you something, that was a nice play by Harden. I don't mind him coming down shooting that 3. It's bad he didn't convert on that. Kristaps Porzingis with Jeff Green on the defense. Kicked the ball to Luka Doncic. Switches up with Covington. Jeff Green on Luka Doncic. James Harden spying him. Gets the ball over to Finney-Smith. Finney-Smith kicks it to Seth. Seth, step back 3. No good. Russell Westbrook pops the ball over to James Harden. James Harden bring the ball down. James Harden drives in the lane, gets fouled. James Harden back to the line.
And that's another foul on Seth Curry.
And James Harden has a knack of picking up those fouls like that, man. He does it so effortlessly.
He can get fouls in so many ways, whether it's actual contact or non-contact, invisible contact. Either way, James Harden is getting that.
Yeah, no doubt. And he's going to do that. Drains the free throw. 9-point game. They got it under 10 guys. So Saturday, we got an NBA quadruple header. Heat versus the Nuggets. Jazz versus the Thunder. Pelicans versus the Clippers. And the Lakers versus the Raptors. And I'll tell you something. For sure, Lewis and I are going to bring you guys at least 2 of those games.
All right, so Luka's got the basketball, gets it to Allen Iverson, a.k.a. Trey Burke, putting the dance moves on Daniel House, kicks it out to Tim Hardaway Jr. for 3, drains another one. The Rockets are getting killed from the three-point line, and Dallas is winning 93-82. I'm telling you, this Dallas team is dangerous. If they play defense, they'd be one of the top teams in the league, not just the West. All right, so the ball moves, kicks it out to Daniel House. He shoots the three-pointer, and he drains it, coming right back. And Houston cuts it right back down to 8-93-85. Take it away, D.
All right, Luka Doncic, feeling it, feeling hot, comes down, dribbles around the Porzingis screen, goes straight to the rack, kicks it to Porzingis. Good defense by Covington, the block, Kristaps. James Harden come down full speed ahead, double teamed immediately. Buddy dribbles through the double team, goes to the lane and scores. Nice drive by James Harden. Foul on Russell Westbrook. Man, what a drive by James Harden to get through that double team and get into the lane. They get ready to show it again. And what defense by Robert Covington on Kristaps, man. That's on the 7-footer. Look at this. Wow,
and
nice block.
That was Robert Covington coming off the help defense right there. Was still able to time that block beautifully. All right, so Luka Doncic takes a step back 3 on the dribbles. Not a good shot by Luka. Misses that shot. Here comes Russell Westbrook coming down the floor, being guarded by Trey Burke. Russell trying to put the dance skip to Malou, kicks it out to Daniel House. Wide open for 3. Tim Hardaway Jr. misses his assignment. He knocks it down, and the score is 93-90. Houston is within 3. That was poor defense by Hardaway on that rotation. That's my issue with him. So Luka Doncic comes right back, gets a nice little ball. He gets 2 bump screens. Then they pass it out. Finney-Smith hesitates, shoots a three-pointer, but the ball is short front rim. Rebounded Westbrook, kicks it out to Harden. Let's see, Harden. Good patience by Harden, but he decides to shoot the three-pointer, but he misses the shot. I thought that was a little too quick by Harden on that one. I love the transition 3 was actually better because it was in rhythm and nobody was near him. So Luka Doncic kicks it out to Tim Hardaway Jr. They swing it to Porzingis. Porzingis taking it to the rack. He gets the blocking foul call on James Harden.
Oh,
and
wow.
Looks like Harden got hit.
I think that was a bad call.
That should be an offensive foul because he need him right in the groin.
Right, that was a bad call.
Harden is still down. He might have gotten the wind knocked out of him after getting hit in the groin right there. So
but because he's down, they may review the call. Not sure.
See what happened here. Porzingis that was a smart move by Porzingis coming in on the drive. Yeah, that left knee hit him right in that groin area, man. All right, clearly, and that you couldn't even hit. All right, guys, so we're taking a commercial break where they're checking on James Harden. The score is 93-90 in favor of the Dallas Mavericks.
Oh, yeah, man.
And Jason, I
would
hate playing with both players.
Yeah, Chopstick says Harden needs in the nuts. Yes, sir. KP said KP is long. It wasn't his fault. Yeah, I don't think he did it intentionally. No, I don't think he did that intentionally. But he did catch him in the right place. Jewel basket.
Yeah, that's true, though. KP is long. That's true. Anthony says, Jay, some of these players be abusing that three-point line. It should be banned with some of these players, man. It's a damn gimmick. I mean, the way that the three ball is kind of used today, it feels like a gimmick. It feels like it's a gimmick. It feels like it's an act. Sometimes when I watch, Jay says, Anthony, advanced stats are against the mid-range game. I disagree, but I understand outside of 18 feet though. But nobody should settle for that distance kick, drive, restart the play, or three shot. And the thing is that the advanced analytics favor the three-point shot. The mid-range, there's people who still shoot the mid-range. It's just something that is not really focused on anymore. But there are players who still shoot the mid-range game. You look at guys like Kevin Durant, you look at guys like Kawhi Leonard, you look at guys like CP3. Like, they still utilize the mid-range game. When I look at James Harden, the mid-range game could really benefit him. That's just not his game, especially when he takes off-balance mid-range shots, because Harden's game is pretty much step-back threes, standstill threes, off-the-dribble threes, drive to the basket, get to the line, get to the cup. That's James Harden's. That's what his game is about.
Lewis.
And he will pass against double. Go ahead, D.
Lewis, Detroit Pistons championship team, Chauncey Billups and those guys. Who was the best mid-range shooter on that team?
Easy. That was Rip Hamilton.
Rip Hamilton. That dude had the mid-range game like you never seen before. It was almost automatic, man. And he, you get that ball to Rip. He didn't need a lot of space either. But that mid-range game was deadly. It can be a deadly weapon.
Yeah, Rip Hamilton was not a three-point shooter, but his mid-range game was among the best when he played during his time. At one point in the playoffs, he was hitting some game winners in the 04 playoffs that were starting to call him the mid-range Reggie Miller, which is what they was calling him. Yeah. Just because he had some game-winning baskets in that mid-range game and, just coming up big with baskets. He was coming up big with baskets, man. So
Brandon Nichols said, yeah, Harden got rattled with a knee to the beefcake.
Wow.
So Luka with the foul, giving the Rockets look like James Harden is okay. He's back in the game. Still walking a little gingerly. So Russell Westbrook could try to close this gap a little bit. And he drains the first free throw. So that's 91-93, 7:47 left in the third quarter. Russell Westbrook has 35 straight games with 20 points, 20-plus points, longest streak of the season. Not bad, Russell Westbrook. Trey Burke's going to bring the ball down for Dallas Mavericks. Put the moves on Eddie House Jr., give the ball to Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic kicks it to Tim Hardaway Jr. Tim Hardaway, floater inside, drains it. 95-91, 4-point game. Covington gets the ball ahead to Westbrook. Westbrook immediately double-teamed at the top. Tim Hardaway Jr. backs off. Luka Doncic one-on-one. Westbrook takes it inside, gets the rebound, kicks it back out to Jeff Green for three. Jeff Green can't hit. And Porzingis will snatch the rebound. Here comes Tim Hardaway Jr. Takes it right to Jeff Green. Step back jumper. Hardaway can't hit. House Jr. with the rebound. James Harden to bring the ball down. Nice pass by James Harden inside. Covington kicks it out in the corner to Jeff Green for three. 94-95. 1-point game. Take it away, Lewis.
So here comes Luka Doncic, dribbles all the way to the basket on the layup, and he gets the roll right there. So nice move by Luka, driving to the basket. 97-94, Dallas 3-point lead. And James Harden is bringing the ball up. So Luka's now starting to pick it up. He's got 18 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, near triple-double. So James Harden being guarded by Finney-Smith. Once again, Harden doing his African dance. Here it comes. Bum, 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 bum. Dribbles all the way to the basket, and he scores. Where was the Dallas defense? He got an easy drive to the cup. 97-96, 1-point game. Here comes Luka right back up, coming with Covington on him. Gets a bump screen from Porzingis. Luka goes to the rack, and he gets the foul call. The ball was right before on the shot release, so he will not get the 2 fouls. And there goes Luka and Harden talking about, I guess they're trying to see who draws fouls better.
Yeah, really. But I tell you like this, guys, so when we look at the score and coming into this half, this is what I was saying. The horrible defense. And 10 points means nothing in this league. The defense is so bad, You can't expect the Rockets to continue to miss. So now it's a 1-point game, basically a brand new game, and we still have half of the third quarter left.
So Luka Doncic inbounds the ball. Nice pass to Trey Burke on the cut. They didn't see him, but Covington once again on the help comes late to recover and block the shot. Man, look at that. Everybody fell asleep and Covington was able to see him recover. So nice play by Covington on the block.
And that's why the Rockets can sometimes get away with playing small ball. You got guys like Covington, Green, not Capella, but Green, and PJ Tucker that plays bigger than their size.
So Porzingis misses the jump shot, but they get the offensive rebound, and that's also hurting the Rockets, not getting that second. That's what small ball lineup hurts. Porzingis pump fake, shoots a three, and he knocks it down. Porzingis is on fire, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty sure he's damn near 30 points now. He's playing well. Dallas is up 196. He's got 27 points on 9 of 16 from the field, so over 50%. Porzingis is balling right now. So here comes James Harden, faces the double team, gives it to Westbrook, Covington makes the extra pass to Daniel House. A good strip by Tim Hardaway in the lane to prevent the easy play, so the Rockets have to swing it back out. Here comes Harden. They swing it. Covington shoots a three-pointer, but he misses the shot. Good Dallas defense. And here comes Luka Doncic coming right back. Dribbles on the double team. Oh, wow. They left him wide open and he dunks the ball. That was terrible defense by the Houston Rockets. They just let him drive to Mile High City on that.
And once again, Robert Covington coming down to cover. Robert Covington can't cover everyone. He got there a little late, but it wasn't even his assignment. So James Harden gets the ball over to House Jr. for three. House Jr. cannot hit this time. 6-point lead. Luka Doncic will bring the ball down. Luka Doncic double team immediately, gets it over to Hardaway Jr. Hardaway back out to Trey Burke. Trey Burke over in the corner to Finney Smith Jr. for the three. Back up to a 9-point lead, guys. Just that fast. Here comes James Harden trying to close that score back down. Gets it to Covington in the corner, but he can't convert. Here goes the Rockets. 3-point happy again. Got to get that ball inside. Here's Luka Doncic, top of the key. Luka, Jeff Green on the defense. Jeff Green, pretty solid defender. Luka tries to dribble around him, and he gets blocked inside once again by Covington, but I think they're going to call a foul on Covington, and I'm not sure if that was a foul. Looked like a clean block to me, but they will show the replay.
All right, so here's the replay, guys. Let's see. No, that was a clean block. Maybe he might have got a little bit of the face late, but he got ball first. So anyway, guys, it's going to be a timeout. 4:01 remaining in the third quarter. Dallas has established a 9-point lead. The score is 105-96 with Luka going to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws to push the lead back up. And I'm not liking the Houston Rockets offense right now because, and Jay is absolutely right, in the fourth quarter, Dallas will at some point let you back in the game. But the Houston Rockets are playing that predictable basketball. And you're telling me that with the way that they're playing, that they're going to be a playoff team. Not that they're going to be a playoff team. They're going to be in the playoffs. Excuse me. What I meant to say was against, depending on who they're playing, it's not that small ball. I don't know how effective it's going to be. Just like how I question the Nuggets, lineup of big players. Like I question that. And they're starting to get predictable and starting to shoot the threes. And again, like I said before, guys, at the half, the Dallas Mavericks are showing better execution with their playbook because they run actual plays and they're moving the ball very well. You see a lot of guys cutting, off-ball movement, and that's why Dallas is up. Porzingis is balling right now. Porzingis is shooting the ball and scoring from different spots on the floor. But what they established, guys, that inside game, as I told y'all about on the low block. Porzingis gets himself in trouble when he starts to attach the ball from the high post and then starts to turn and shoot fade shots. No, get himself some easy ones and you'll see his game open up.
Facts. And there's, with the Rockets, man, I don't know. They fall in love with that three. I mean, you would think with the way that James Harden can slash in the lane, Russell Westbrook can slash in the lane. I'm not sure. I don't know why they get to this thing where they fall in love with their three ball, like they got to go tit for tat, and that gets them in trouble a lot. Feels to me like it's getting them in trouble right now. They're digging themselves in the hole.
Okay, so yeah, that's a great point, D. And this is interesting, and I like what Jay Jefferson said here. He says, "Crazy how Reggie Miller was a great three-point shooter, and he's second all time in three-pointers made. At one time, he was the number one, but he only led the league in three-pointers made once in 18 seasons. That's crazy. Reggie was always the tops in percentages. It's interesting because Reggie." I mean, even in the 90s, you would even think that Reggie kind of would have took advantage of the three ball in terms of how well of a three-point shooter he was. But I think Reggie did not attempt as many threes neither, which is probably the reason why, because Reggie's not a gunner. If you look at the way Reggie gets his threes off, it's coming off of screens. I think if Reggie had if he had a more, as Jay mentioned, Jay says that the thing is with Reggie, he needed picks to get like all of his threes. And he's not like at the level of a player that Klay Thompson is. Even when you look at Klay Thompson, like Klay Thompson can do some things, at least when he puts the ball on the floor, something that he's worked on like over the years, in the league. Reggie was not a person who created his own shot consistently. He needed picks. Cheryl Miller, on the other hand, she could create her own shot. That's why she was, as Reggie would always call her, the best females women's. Oh, okay, so yeah, Covington got the ball first, but his elbow got the bridge of his Doncic's nose. They couldn't actually determine the call, so they call a jump ball.
Oh wow, that's crazy. Chopstick says they're gunning to score 150 points, both teams. I called the big game for Kristaps, and he's delivering. He is delivering, fam. All right, so the Rockets gets the tip, the jump ball, which is pretty interesting. But James Harden with the ball at the top of the key. Got Finney Smith on the defense. Shoots it over to McLemore for three. Back in the game. Back with a three-pointer, 99, 105. 6-point lead by the Dallas Mavericks. Here comes Luka Doncic. Dribbles around the screen. Down into the lane. Euro step. And one. Luka Doncic will go to the line. Try to convert on this three-point play. So McLemore comes in with a three and Luka Doncic with a three-point play at the other end.
And Luka made a great decision, D. If you look at Ray, he waited until McLemore got into the air and was able to put the Euro step at that last second, which forced McLemore to kind of tap him. And he kind of exposed him in the air to get that and one. So that was a very intelligent IQ play by Luka Doncic to get that three-point play.
So Luka converts on the three-point play. James Harden to bring the ball down right back up to 9 guys. Seems like every time the Rockets dig in there, Mavericks come back up with a three. McLemore drives inside, can't hit, tap, ball back up. Luka Doncic with the save. Tim Hardaway gives it back to Luka. Luka will bring the ball up. 9-point game. Luka drives right down into the lane, kicks it to Kleber. Kleber over to Burke for three. Burke is on fire. Burke drains it, bottom of the net. 111-99. Take it away, Lewis.
Trey Burke has got 22 points, 8 of 9 from the field. Hasn't missed a three-pointer, 6 of 6. James Harden comes back with a three-pointer, no good. And you're starting to see the predictable Houston Rockets offense here in the third quarter. Even though they had cut this game down, I'm still seeing elements of it. So here comes Luka Doncic, and he's being very intelligent, taking the ball to the rack, not settling for shots. He's being guarded by Harden. Luka, once again, dribbles, spin, fake, but the ball gets stolen on the turnover, and we got a foul on Luka Doncic. So I think that might be his fourth foul. Even though Luka did turn the ball over right there, if you notice, Luka still has a way to get to his spot, and that's by using his skill set to get to his spot, which is something that you got to attribute to Luka. But good, once again, good ball movement by the Mavericks, and poor defense and rotation by Harden, leaving Trey Burke wide open for the three. He's been hot all game long. How can you just avoid him like that?
Yeah, it was a poor defensive rotation, but in Harden's defense, he hasn't been playing horrible defense this game. He's actually been doing decent, and with Harden, you can't expect the best, but he's been doing actually decent on the defensive end, if you ask me. All right, here's Russell Westbrook. Drives down into the lane. 2 people on him. Almost caught up, but Russell finds a way to keep the ball. Pulls up for the jumper. Short. Kristaps with the rebound. Hands the ball off to Trey Burke. Trey Burke shoots the ball over to Hardaway in the corner. Good pickup defense by Covington. And it looks like...
Is that James Harden again on the
ground?
Looks
like James Harden. That's what I was about to say. It looked like that's James Harden again.
Jeff Green.
Okay, that's Jeff Green. Same ankle, though. Interesting. But he's up. Looks like he's going to be all right. Jeff Green shooting in there, trying to get that steal. Almost got his hands on it.
Almost did. And once again, the Dallas Mavericks were doing fine execution on that play on that last one when Porzingis cut. And man, Trey Burke was already open in the corner on that last play. So you could say how Dallas, they really do a very good job of setting their players up when they're running their offense. As Porzingis makes the free throw, and it's 112.99. So 13-point lead for the Dallas Mavericks. Again, guys, smash the like, hit that subscribe for both Speaking My Sports Talk and Lewis Sports Network, giving you Rockets versus Mavericks on NBA Friday. 2:03 remaining in the third quarter. Porzingis on the free throw is good. Guys, Porzingis has got 29 points. Trey Burke has got 22 points. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s got 21 points. They got three guys with 20. Luka Doncic is about to hit 20.
James Harden is on the bench, so we're going to see what the Rockets can do without James in here. And Russell Westbrook comes right down and puts the ball in. Still an 11-point lead, though, guys. 101-113. Trey Burke drives it right down. Good ball movement by the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway for three. Can't hit. Austin Rivers comes down with the rebound. He'll bring the ball down for the Rockets. Austin Rivers sizes up, steps back for the three, and bangs it. So the Rockets looking pretty good with James Harden taking the rest on the bench. 104-113. DeLon Wright will come down with the ball. Inside the Porzingis, right over the top of Covington. Good defense by Robert Covington again. Porzingis can't cash in. Here comes Westbrook. Kicks it out to Covington for a three. Covington can't hit the three. Take it away, Lewis.
So here comes Trey Burke. He's got P.J. Tucker on him. That's a mismatch if Trey Burke actually takes him on. Here comes Porzingis, right elbow. He's got Covington on him. Covington, a good defender. Nice head fake by Porzingis, but he loses the ball. That would have been 2 points if he would have kept that ball. So Russell Westbrook's got the ball picked up by Max Cleveland. Russell Westbrook in and out move. Takes it to the rack. Misses the layup. Gets his own rebound. Puts it back up and in. Nice play by Westbrook. Plus the foul. And Dallas leads 113-106.
All right, so
36.
The Rockets trying to dig back into that lead, guys. They were down by 13. Now they're down by 7. Russell Westbrook, athleticism inside to get back up, get that point in there.
All right, so here comes Trey Burke. He's got the ball inbounding, being guarded by Austin Rivers. 33 seconds remaining in the quarter. They're going for a 2-for-1. Trey Burke for three, and he splashes another one. Another three. 7 3-pointers for Trey Burke. 116-106. Here comes Austin Rivers. Gives it back to Russell Westbrook. About a 6-second difference between shot clock to game clock.
We know Russell Westbrook is going to take this shot, man. And this is what I don't
so they
like.
switch. They put Trey Burke on him. Austin Rivers pump fakes. Get it double team. Slices through the defense. And he makes a layup on a tough move. Nice play by Austin Rivers slicing through the Dallas Mavericks defense. 116-108. Dallas gets the last shot. So here comes Trey Burke. He's on fire. Porzingis gets wide open for three. And wow, look at the execution by the Mavericks. And once again, the Rockets fell asleep. 119-108. Porzingis has got 32 points. Austin Rivers just throws it up and misses. And guys, that is the end of the third quarter. So ladies and gentlemen, through three, Dallas Mavericks, 119. Houston Rockets, 108. 11-point lead for Dallas. Heading into the fourth quarter right here with Lewis and D basketball on the Sports Network. Almost said basketball, but even though we're doing it. So again, smash the like, hit that subscribe for both channels, man.
And I'll tell you like this, man. Trey Burke, guys. That's the wild card in this game. Because now Trey Burke's been a solid player, you know, and like G Money said earlier, Trey Burke was killing it for our Knicks, but you can't expect Trey Burke to play like this. That's the wild card in this game. Every time the Rockets try to dig back in there, here comes the Dallas Mavericks with these threes. Now, they've been getting splashed by Kristaps. Luka's been splashing his. Tim Hardaway smacked a couple, but Trey Burke is on absolute fire right now. You can't even call that right there. You just can't call that.
Now, Trey Burke, you're absolutely right, D. Trey Burke has the ability to explode, but he's usually not consistent when he does it. But the thing is, if you watch the way that Trey Burke has been getting his shots, number one, they've been in rhythm. Number two, they've been through execution. Now, if Trey Burke was getting these off of broken plays, it's a make or miss league. You're going to make some and you're going to lose some. But if you look at Trey Burke, all of his plays have been in rhythm. And the plays in execution have been so flawless for the Mavericks that he's been getting great shots just pretty much all game long. So then even when he takes some bad shots, he's got a chance of making them in because he's been on fire. And that's just poor Houston Rockets defense, which is why I look at the Rockets and I said, I don't know if this team can win in the playoffs, because the thing is with Dallas is like, I don't see the Mavericks going far, but they're a very good offense because they actually run offensive sets. And that's what makes Rick Carlisle a very good coach and an offensive genius. He really runs really good plays and can really adapt to his personnel. Whereas Mike D'Antoni, I can't say the same about him. And, that's why Dallas has that 11-point lead. The Rockets are just getting killed at the three-point line, and they're also allowing too many offensive rebounds as well.
Well, to be fair, both of these teams need to pick up on the defensive side. Both of these coaches need to figure something out on defense, because although they have this lead, they're not playing great defense either. We got to say that. And they ain't going to go, neither of these teams are going to win a championship playing defense this way. That's for sure.
Yeah, both teams, I said it before, Dallas allowing 108 points through three quarters, terrible defense, but the Rockets allowing 119 is no better, which is why Jay has mentioned about this era. That's for one. But number two, check this out. The Rockets have allowed 4 players on the Mavericks to score 20 points. Porzingis has got 32. Trey Burke has got 25. Luka Doncic has got 23, and Tim Hardaway Jr. has got 22 points. That's just terrible defense. It's just very, very, very terrible. You're not going to win games when you're allowing 4 guys to score 20-plus points. But like Jay said, the Dallas Mavericks have a tendency to let teams back in games. So we still got one more quarter to go, and it is an 11-point game. So this game is now over, and Houston can definitely come back into this game.
And that is a fact, because like I said, guys, defense, when you got bad defense and you got 3-point shooting teams, it's a shootout, guys. It's a shootout. You see how quick Rockets brought that lead down. Let's see what happens. Look like Trey Burke. Wow, it looked like he kind of elbowed Austin Rivers in the face there. Austin's still down on the ground. Russell Westbrook slowing it down. Austin back up. Russell Westbrook setting up the play. Passes it over to McLemore for 3 and drains it. McLemore feeling it. He comes in the game. 2 threes. 6 points for McLemore in this fourth quarter. So Luka Doncic gives the ball to Trey Burke. Give it to the hot man. Trey Burke drives on Austin Rivers. Kicks the ball out to the right. Right gives it over to Luka. Luka with Russell Westbrook on the defense. Luka drives down in the lane. Step back jumper. Gets Russell Westbrook up. Foul on Westbrook. Luka will go to the line for 2. Man, Luka is a young player, but he plays so intelligently, man. This kid is smart. Very smart.
Yeah, Luka Doncic, and what I like about him in this game is that he's not settling for the three-pointers at all, because Luka, for moments in the regular season, will predictably take a lot of step-back threes. But because the Rockets don't defend, though, he's taking advantage of it by taking it to the basket. They've established Kristaps Porzingis, and Luka is a very intelligent, high IQ player. And because of that, Luka Doncic is having himself an excellent game, doing a little bit of everything. And what's going on with Austin Rivers, the elbow, and he's pointing at Trey Burke in terms of the elbow. So Rick is
he sure enough took an elbow to the nose, man. I seen that. And Jay Jefferson said Russell Westbrook used to have a pretty good mid-range game. I don't know what happened. You know what, Jay? You're right. He has fell off. I mean, he was never a great 3-point shooter, but he did have a good 15, 17-foot jump shot. I don't know what happened either, bro.
I mean, at one point, Russell had one of the best mid-range jump shots in the game when it comes to elbow going
Indeed.
down. Even the pull-up jump shot, he was very good at one point.
Indeed.
All right, so Luka at the free throw line makes the first free throw. Dallas leads 122 to 111. 11-point lead for the Dallas Mavericks as he shoots the free throw. 11:06 remaining in this game. Here's Luka on the second free throw, and it is. Oh, wow, it spins. It barely spins out.
Oh, wow.
So
I thought that was it. That thing rimmed right out, didn't it? Russell Westbrook.
That's it.
McLemore. McLemore again. Somebody on the Rockets is feeling it. McLemore on fire. Three-pointers in a row. Here we go. Luka Doncic with the ball. Gives it over to the hot man, Trey Burke. Trey Burke down to the hole, but fouled by McLemore. Trey Burke is trying to do it all, but he got a bit of a limp there. I think he's going to be all right. Trey Burke is aggressive in the lane, shooting well from the three-point line, playing decent defense. The wild card, guys, I'm telling you, Trey Burke is the wild card.
And Trey Burke is about to go to the free throw line to shoot. And here's his first free throw, but he misses that one. Scores 122 to 114, early part of the fourth quarter. Dallas with an 8-point lead, 10:42 remaining in the fourth quarter as he tries to shoot the next free throw. There we get a shot of the virtual. Got a lineup of Jeff Green, McLemore, Harden, and those guys are in foul trouble.
That was mine.
All right, so Austin Rivers gets the ball, being guarded by Luka Doncic, takes it right to the basket, scores off the glass. Nice move by Austin Rivers, scores 123-116. Take it away, D.
Austin Rivers can look very great sometimes offensively, just not consistent. Luka Doncic with the ball at the top of the key. He's got McLemore on the defense. Spin move by Luka Doncic. Passes it out to Kleber. Kleber back to the hot man, Burke. But Burke hits nothing this time. Back out to right for three. Right can't hit. And it's a foul inside. Looks like it goes against Houston Rockets. Think it was House Jr. with the foul inside.
All right, guys, so on Sunday, we got the Boston Celtics against the Portland Trail Blazers, 3:30 Eastern time. And then we got the Bucks and the Rockets at 8:30 in Houston.
All right.
In the bubble.
Which one we got for them?
I say we do, let's see. I say we do Celtics and Blazers on this one.
Celtics in Portland?
Oh wait, actually no, I'm not gonna be able to. I'm not gonna be there in the early show. I probably might do the Bucks and the Rockets on Sunday.
All right, God. Speak your mind, sports talk. Luka Doncic limping a little bit coming up the court. Not looking good. Here comes Russell Westbrook backing down. Looks like Lauren Wright. Russell Westbrook in the corner. House can't hit. Russell Westbrook with the rebound gives it to Rivers. Rivers back to Harden. Harden with the floater inside and drains it. Good to see James Harden back on the floor for the Rockets. Back down to a 7-point lead, guys. 9 minutes, 25 seconds left in the fourth. Here comes Luka Doncic. Look like he's moving a little gingerly. Passes it out to Finney Smith. Finney Smith can't drain it, but good rebound by Wright. Back to Finney Smith. Finney Smith directing traffic. Smith and Phip. And it looks like that's an offensive foul. Got that elbow out there. These guys are playing very physical right now. What you say, Lewis?
It's getting physical, and it all started with that elbow by Trey Burke onto Austin Rivers. So I think that there's going to be a little bit of retaliation. Expect a physical quarter from both these teams. All right, so Harden has got it, faces the double team, gives it to Westbrook, gets into the paint, kicks it out to Austin Rivers for the three-pointer, but he misses the shot. PJ tries to get the rebound into the hands of Seth Curry. Here come the Mavericks. They got a 3-on-2. They kick it out, but nice job by Harden on the recovery on defense, so that was nice. So they swing it. They give it to DeLon Wright. They kick it out to Finney Smith, but he gets blocked by Harden. Good recovery on the defense, and the Rockets recover the basketball. That was actually a good defensive possession. Here comes Westbrook, slices through the defense, and then Kleber with the block. And a spin move by Doncic. They got numbers. Oh, but that was a terrible behind-the-back pass by Luka Doncic, man.
And let me tell you something. I just said it, guys. Let's shout out James Harden. Did I just not say this man has been playing some pretty decent defense this game? Shout out to James Harden. Shout out to LeBron James, two guys that we don't expect to see play defensively. They did a good job in these past few games.
All right, so Westbrook shoots the three-pointer, but he misses the shot. And Luka Doncic is bringing the ball back up, being guarded by Russell Westbrook. We got reaching the 8-minute mark in the game. So Luka gets it. We got a screen set by DeLon Wright. It gets switched on to James Harden. Luka takes a step back, passes it. kicks it out, shoots a three-pointer, knocks it down by DeLon Wright, and Dallas reestablishes a 10-point lead, 128-118. Take it away.
And there we go, back up to 10. Every time the Rockets try to dig in, the Mavericks come back with a three. And James Harden with the easy drive to the lane, 121-28. 7 minutes, 30 seconds left in the game, guys. Here comes Luka Doncic. He's got McLemore on the defense. Sorry, guys. House Jr. gives it over to Wright. Wright thinks about the three. Thinks differently. Passes it in the corner to Kleber. Back over to Wright. Wright dribbles around Harden. Drives into the lane. Throws a left-handed scoop up. Can't hit, but Kleber comes back down with the rebound. And Finney-Smith for three. 131-120. 7 minutes left in the game, guys. Here comes Westbrook. Westbrook slows it down a little bit. Got right on the defense. Crosses right up. Spins inside. Passes it out to House Jr. in the corner. House Jr. back to P.J. Tucker. P.J. Tucker gives it over to Harden. Harden double teamed immediately. Inside to P.J. Over to Austin Rivers. Westbrook for three and drains it. Bottom of the net. 123-131. Cut under single digits. 8-point lead. Here comes the Rockets.
All right, guys. So we got a 131-123 game, 8-point lead for the Dallas Mavericks, and Rick Carlisle just called a timeout after that Russell Westbrook three. And again, I've seen defensive plays, but I've also seen very poor defensive. Defense in this game. I do agree. It's the rest of his teammates that I would have to say is not playing as good defensively.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. Jay Jefferson said in Westbrook defense, though, he never had a great coach that would challenge him. Hey, Jay Jefferson, very, very good point, because I always say, guys, when we go back in the OKC days, Scott, those guys never played Harden, Westbrook, or Kevin Durant correctly. And then he moves and comes to the Rockets, and he's in this D'Antoni system. Hey, man, I got to give it to you. You make a valid point there.
Yeah, that's a very good valid point. Let's listen to you, see what's going on in the chat. Anthony L says Westbrook is a very stubborn player. Oh, yeah, we know that. But I have to give credit for him to adjusting his game this year. And just shooting career highs from the field. G-Money says, I agree. Dallas is lighting it up. Yeah, the three-point defense from Houston has been terrible all game long from the opening tip. And Westbrook's defense, though, he never had a great coach that would challenge him. Rockets only had 4 turnovers. Yeah, they only have 4 turnovers. That's because, see, what's helping the Rockets in this game is the amount of threes that they're shooting. See, but their three-point shooting is leading to a lot of long rebounds for the Mavericks. They're being out-rebounded by 17, though, 43-26 right now. So, that's not a good sign. So that's why they don't have as many turnovers as Dallas. Dallas has been penetrating a lot more than the Houston Rockets have. At least when the Houston Rockets have penetrated, though, they haven't really gotten stripped.
Yeah, true that, man. True that. But they're just going to have to find Covington, and James Harden has been pretty much the bane of the defense for the Rockets. This is a 5-man game. So those other guys are going to have to step up. They can't rely on Covington's been playing spectacular defense. Spectacular. And Harden's been playing surprisingly good defense. It's definitely surprisingly from Harden, but that's just not enough. They're going to have to figure out something as a unit. I will tell you this. They missed Clint Capella in that area. Jeff Green's a good defender, but, man, you miss Clint Capella with that length down in the hole and such. They're going to have to figure something out. All right, guys, so we're back. And an immediate foul. Kristaps Porzingis thrown to the ground by my man Covington, just talking about him. So Covington picks up a quick foul. 13 foul.
Keep going, D. I'll be right back.
All right, I got you, buddy. They showing something about Westbrook. Okay, so the ball passed in the long right. The ball on the wing. Gives it to Kristaps. Kristaps with Covington on the defense. 6 seconds to shoot. Kristaps step back three. In and out. Austin Rivers comes down with the rebound. Here comes James Harden. James Harden double teamed immediately. Kicks it over to Austin Rivers. Over to Covington in the corner. Back to Austin Rivers. Austin Rivers thinks about the three. Steps back out. 10 seconds to shoot. Has Kleber on him. Kleber, good defense. Staying in front of Rivers. Rivers step back three. He can't hit. And Wright comes down with the rebound. Here comes Wright. Wright passes it over to Curry. Curry over to Kleber. Kleber sends it to Finney-Smith in the corner. Finney-Smith directing traffic. Mismatch with Kleber on Austin Rivers, and Finney-Smith can't get it to him. Falls out of bounds. Nice feed to Finney-Smith, but he can't convert. Here comes James Harden with the ball. James Harden fouled inside. Easy foul. And James Harden is roughed up again. He's grabbing his wrist, and that's not good, man. He's got to shoot the ball. So James Harden tries to split the defense. They close on him. But at the same time, man, I think that was too much contact. So they did give him the foul.
All right, guys. So I'm back. And shout out to D for holding it down with the commentary. I just had to go change locations really quick. So Robert Covington will inbound the basketball. Inbounds it to James Harden. We got a double team. Started as a double team. Okay, Westbrook flashes to the middle after getting the ball. And looks like we got was it a 3-second violation or do we have a offensive foul?
I think it was a 3-second violation. And my man Chopstick said former Knick Tim Hardaway Jr. and Trey Burke scoring tonight. Yeah, man, they are. They looking good out there tonight, Chopstick.
Don't forget Porzingis. That's another Knick.
Yeah, right.
Knicks right now.
Thanks to James Dolan. All right, man. So Seth Curry gets the ball over to Finney-Smith. Back to Seth Curry. Seth will drive down in the lane, step back, pull up over Tucker. Can't hit. Tucker grabs the rebound. Here comes Westbrook. Westbrook got Covington on the wing. Nice strip by Seth Curry. Strip Westbrook. Seth with the ball. Got P.J. Tucker on the defense. Drives back in on P.J. Tucker. Shoots it out. Good ball movement by the Mavericks. Luka with the step back three and air ball. Luka. Long court pass by James Harden to Westbrook. Gives it to Covington. Covington can't hit the dunk, but he gets fouled on the play. So Robert Covington will go to the line for two. 123. 131. Foul on Tim Hardaway Jr. 4 minutes and 39 seconds left in the game, guys. Take it away, Lewis.
So Robert Covington makes the first free throw, and the score is 131, to 124. So, guys, upcoming national TV schedule. Sacramento Kings against the Magic on Sunday. Tuesday, doubleheader. Celtics and Heat, 6:30. Rockets and Blazers at 9 p.m. And for Tuesday, we are going to do the Celtics and the Heat. I want a chance to do Boston and Miami to see how they look. So we're going to be doing Boston and Miami for that Celtics Heat on Tuesday.
There you go. Y'all heard it, man. Y'all heard the schedule. Basketball Live with Lewis and D. Let's go. NBA action, baby. All right. So Kristaps got P.J. Tucker on the defense. Gives the ball over to Tim Hardaway Jr. Switch up on defense. Good hand by Covington. Hardaway can't drain the shot. Kristaps with the putback. Nice by Kristaps Porzingis. 8-point game, guys. James Harden controls the ball. Immediately double team. Nice double team, but Westbrook slides right down into the lane for the easy score. 127. 133. 4 minutes left in the game. Take it away, Lewis.
So Luka Doncic crosses over, kicks it out, good ball movement. Kleber open in the corner for three, just misses the shot. Dallas is getting whatever they want. They just missed that shot right. So James Harden gets the ball, but I can say the same for Houston. James Harden gets the ball, shoots a jump shot. But the shot will not count off the glass. They say foul before the shot. So he will not get continuation on that call. But it is a foul, but it looks like it will be shot out of bounds on that play. And Harden actually got away with an offensive foul because he used that left arm to push off on Luka Doncic. So fortunate that he doesn't get called for that.
Yeah.
This is a modern day Harlem Globetrotter session right now between these two teams.
Right, bro. And I was about to say the same thing. I don't know what Harden complaining about. You got away with extending that arm, bro. Every time you extend that arm, that's supposed to be a foul automatically.
All right, man. So go into the chat. We got a timeout, 3:44 remaining. She says, yep, I agree with you, Jay. Robert Covington is a good 3-and-D guy. Ron says Houston starting to play a better defense. Jay says Westbrook used to be a great defender too, man. I don't know what. I actually know. Russ has never been a great defender. I disagree with that one. Russ has never really played defense.
I don't never think he was great. He was decent, but he was never a great defender.
Russell plays defense when he gets called out by the media, when he gets outplayed by his opposition, but he's never been played defense. Russell was one of the worst defenders in the league on contested shots. It's been like that for years. He was tops in the NBA in uncontested shots as a stat. So Russ has really never played defense. Never really played defense.
Well, hold on. To Russ's defense now. Uncontested, yeah, well, I get it. That's a misleading stat though, because Russ, I think like what Jay's talking about, well, we would say great defender. It could be misconception because Russ used to often like get in there and disrupt passes. You know what I mean? Get in those passing lanes, steal the ball, and things like that. So yeah, the uncontested shots, I give you that. I used to complain about that. Like Russ, you got to get your hands up, but I don't think he was a horrible defender.
Yeah, but what I mean by that, D, is because the thing I'm saying that with Westbrook is that the thing is, when you look at guys like Allen Iverson, for example, he led the league in steals 3 times. But do we ever consider Allen Iverson as a great defender? Yeah, he could get into the passing lanes, but he had a defense that also played behind him. So the thing is, what I'm basically saying is, you take more chances as when you're playing defense, when you have a defense that can play behind you.
Agreed.
And with Russell Westbrook, the Thunder they've had good defensive teams because they've had the bigs in the paint. So he can take more chances on defense. Now, when it comes to locking his man down, that's another thing. And the thing is, when you're a great defender, you're great on your help defense to help with your team, and you also are very good individually.
I agree with that perspective all day, bro.
Yeah, when you get steals, it's definitely you can do that. But those are mostly known as defensive plays. Like you can get steals. When it comes to the total package on defense, like you can pretty much do a little bit of everything, man. And so, that's what makes a great defender. So Russ, yeah, he could definitely get into the passing lanes, and I get that. But that's why I mentioned
some passes here and there,
When it comes to locking his man down, taking the challenge defensively off the help. Like when it comes to being a great defender, like that's something.
And he used to get taken off the dribble too. So yeah, I got you.
Wow. So Dallas has lost the most games by any team this season by 5 points or less, which means Dallas, Sacramento, New Orleans, Boston, and San Antonio. What would their records look like, guys, if they won close games? That's crazy.
Which is something that's not good going into the playoffs. You got to be able to seal the deal in those close games.
All right, so Covington takes the 3, but he misses the shot. Dallas with a 6-point lead, and Luka Doncic has got the ball up. So it looks like the Mavericks are going with their starters to end this game. So the Houston Rockets, and Luka gives the ball to Kleber. Actually, Kleber's the only one on the bench. Nice spin move by Luka Doncic in the paint, but the ball was just short, and we got a foul on Porzingis, fouling PJ Tucker right there. 6-point lead, 3:19 remaining in the fourth quarter.
And that's my problem, bro. That is my problem with the Houston Rockets. You got Westbrook slash the lane. He does well. James Harden slash the lane. Does well. Get to the line. Then you start cranking up threes. Bro, you got the game within 6 points. Keep taking it to the rack. They're not defending well. Look, Russell Westbrook. Pop up a lone jumper. Why are they doing this? This is just terrible coaching. You don't have great defenders, man. You got to keep slashing the lane. Bring that lead down.
And this is why I said that this is going to come on Daryl Morey as, Tim Hardaway, he did miss it, but see, he did what Houston should have done, and that's take it to the rack. All right, so James Harden's got the basketball. Gets a double team. They kick it out. Oh, good defense by That was nice defense by Curry. And once again, James Harden on the interception, looking himself.
There he goes.
Acting like a corner right there.
There
So
he
Harden
goes.
passes it to Westbrook. Kicks it out to Tucker. Corner 3, misses the shot. Rebound Dallas. But see, also in this possession, there was 1 pass, 1 shot. So there was no ball movement in that possession either.
Right.
There's still plenty of time. But Houston is shooting themselves in the foot. They got to hope that they can get a defensive stop here and try to come back and score on the other end.
They just gave up 3 chances, man. 3 chances.
All right, so Dallas trying to swing it. Porzingis with the shot clock running down, misses the shot. That was actually good Houston defense right there.
And again, James Harden, great defense on Luka Doncic. So here we go, guys. Here's James Harden coming with the ball. Let's see if they shoot for the 3 or if they try to take it inside, kick ball. But James Harden thinking wisely. He's ready to take that ball inside. You see Westbrook cut into the lane? And that's what I'm talking about, man. Dig into that score. This will be your 3rd chance to dig into that score. You got to come up. Can't come up empty. James Harden, another 3. But a putback by Russell Westbrook flying through the lane with the putback 129, 133, and they get their points inside the paint. Here comes Luka Doncic. Crosses over Covington. Doncic, foul, and 1. The man is a monster. 137 left in the 4th quarter.
I'm going to say right now, James Harden taking that 3, he got bailed out that Russell Westbrook went for that rebound. And he tried to draw the contact, but Tim Hardaway was able to avoid him so that he didn't even make contact with him. And then good job by Luka Doncic taking it to the rack for that 3-point play. Luka's taking it to the basket pretty much most of the ball game, but he misses a big free throw right here. And usually those kind of things hurt down the stretch.
Huge.
So James Harden's got 5 fouls. Pump fake by Robert Covington, takes it to the paint, but he misses the shot. Westbrook tries to get the rebound. They don't call a foul, and Dallas gets the rebound. So here comes Luka Doncic. Passes it to Kleber. Kicks it out to Tim Hardaway, so they're going to run some clock. Smart move by the Dallas Mavericks. This is very smart. You want to run the clock. The clock is your friend. Don't treat it as the enemy. They dump it into Porzingis, and Porzingis actually got fouled. Takes the bank shot, misses it. Tap by Curry, and looks like we got a foul on Seth Curry. As they come back, and it is Houston possession. And Porzingis is actually limping a little bit.
Looked like he hobbled it a little there, but I don't understand that, man. I don't understand the Rockets. That virtual crowd just kills me, man. They got Dirk Nowitzki in the crowd.
With that same face. He hasn't even changed his face. At least make him change faces.
Yeah, man. I don't know if I can get used to that virtual crowd, Lewis.
That thing is really disgusting and it's bothering me, seeing those faces. All right, so James Harden at the free throw line knocks down the free throw. He has 37 points, scores 135 to 130, but he does have 5 fouls. So next foul will go foul out. 102 remaining in this game. 135, 130. Here is his next free throw. It is good. 135, 131. So we got a 4-point game. If you're the Houston Rockets, you got to get a stop here. Cannot allow a basket.
They got one. They can allow 1 possession, I think. 1 possession. I mean, they got to play defense, and the goal is not to allow a basket, but they can allow 1, not a 3.
Oh boy.
And I think that might seal it. That was the worst thing that could happen.
James Harden shoots the 3, knocks it down. So I got this a 4-point game to see this with James Harden. This is kind of typical here. But remember, Dallas has lost the most close games this season. So let's see if they can get a rare win in a close game. All right, so Luka Doncic got a 10 on the shot clock. Luka takes it to the rack. Tries to kick it out, and the ball's deflected with 5 seconds remaining. We got 21 on the shot clock. So after this, there's no shot clock. So James Harden did make the shot. He did make it, but that was just a terrible Rockets possession, leaving Cleveland wide open for 3 in the corner right there. Terrible possession.
I think James Harden played a really good game here, bro. He was smart with the ball. He passed it when he needed to. He's got 37 points. He's defended well. I think he's played a really, really solid game, James Harden did.
Actually, no. James Harden has 41 points,
right.
And he shot the No, he shot the ball very well. He's 12 of 18 from the field. He's made all his free throws. Harden's been highly
He's been balling, bro. On the defensive end. She's been great. Like, I mean, James Harden's playing great right now.
Yeah, Mavs got to be disciplined to close it out. This is why every possession is important. The bad shot selections always comes back to bite you in the butt. Yeah, Zeke is underrated. I wish he didn't run his mouth when it came to Magic and Bird for the reasons he chose. Oh, I see. I've been talking about Isaiah Thomas. Oh, I see. Yeah, Zeke is underrated. No, Zeke. I told you, man. Most impactful little man to ever play basketball in NBA history is Isaiah Thomas. The problem with Isaiah in terms of why he doesn't remember for his greatness is because of the controversy that happened with him in his career. And it did come with running his mouth, which is true. All right, so consecutive seasons of 20 games with 40 points. Wow. James Harden is doing it this year, and he joins Will Chamberlain as the only other players to do that.
Wow, that's huge to join Will in anything. Real quick, Lewis, my man, MMA champ commentary stepped in the building. What's up with you, my man? And Chopstick said Harden always does what he does, but his team doesn't win the playoffs. Facts. Go ahead, Lewis.
We're at 15 seconds. Steph Curry just missed that three-pointer. Here comes James Harden trying to dribble to the rack and kicks it out. And Covington's got it. Gets it to the paint. Goes for the layup. Misses the shot, but he draws the foul with 6.3 seconds. So he's going to go to the free throw line. So interesting thing here, D. What do you think should happen right here on this possession right here? Should he make one and miss one and they try to go for the tie? Or should he not go free throws, try to see if he can play some defense because the Rockets do have 2 timeouts for him?
It always depends. If he has to hit the first one, they do have 2 timeouts left, and he drains the first one. I say here, take the second shot, make it, foul immediately, and go for the miss.
Okay, so he listened to exactly what you said. 138, 136. Again, Dallas is in a close game. Remember, Dallas leads the league in games lost by 5 points or less. They're in a 2-point game. They just led by as many as 11 with under 3 to go. And just like that, they fouled Seth Curry. And Seth has missed 2 free throws himself, but let's see if he can ice the game right here with these 2.
All right, so here we go. Seth Curry is an 84% free throw shooter. He has missed a couple of free throws this game, just like Lewis said, but traditionally, he's an 84% free throw shooter. He has to get 2 of these to seal the deal. 2 possession pretty much closes out the game. If he leaves one open, Rockets has 2 times they can't advance the ball, 2 timeouts. And Seth misses the first one, so the game is open, guys. Watch out for James Harden. Covington's been feeling it behind that line. You always have P.J. Tucker. He's known to hit a 3 for you. And so Seth hits the second one. Rockets will advance the ball. 5.2 seconds left. Plenty of time for a good shot, guys. We've seen guys get shots off in 1.2 seconds. They got 5.2 seconds. Rockets, can they do it? Can Dallas Mavericks hold on and win this close game? They lost the most games as they put the stat up in the league. 5 close games, 5 points or less. They couldn't hold on. Can they hold on this time?
Shout out to Johnson Daily Sports. Go subscribe to his channel. Appreciate you, my brother. He says you've been dropping vids like crazy. That's facts, man. It's all about hard work on Speak to My Sports Talk and Liverpool Sports Network. Appreciate you. And he says, man, keep it up, my guy. No doubt, no doubt. And make sure you guys go subscribe to Johnson Daily Sports on his channel. He's always putting up the major stuff on the stats. He does NFL, he does baseball, he does basketball. He's very well-rounded. So check the brother's channel out, man, if you guys can, to go subscribe.
No doubt.
Detroit native as well is Johnson Daily Sports. Detroit native. G Money says, if you're the Mavs, you don't want to follow 3-point shooter. Not a fan. Rather see a black screen, man. There's some type of home team overlay and dead balls and on commercials. All right, so we got 1 timeout each. 139, 136. Robert Covington's about to inbound this basketball. So let's see what happens on this possession. 5.2 remaining in this game for the 4th quarter. All right, so Covington's got the ball. Let's see who he inbounds to. He inbounds it to Harden. Harden, why would you foul? Why would you foul? Play the possession. It's a 3-point game. That is not a good foul by that was not a good foul by
Did they give him the shot though? No. Look, I don't mind the foul, but you cannot have him shoot the ball. Let me tell you why I don't mind the foul. If you foul him, he only has a chance to make 2 points. You cannot win by 2. And then that gives them another chance to seal the deal with 2 free throws because they're not going to win with it being a 2-possession game. So I don't really mind the foul, but you cannot let him get that shot off.
So I agree with you, D, but here's the thing. Harden knew he was going for the shot. And Finney Smith, you have to understand, if you was going to foul him, you have to wrap him up.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. That's what I'm saying. We agree.
So they're not so Harden's only getting 2 free throws. So he makes the first one. So he's not getting the 3.
So that's a good foul. So that's a good foul now.
So it ended up being as a good foul now.
Right. Luckily for him.
Luckily.
But that's why I said I don't mind the foul, because if you can get the foul in before he gets the shot off, you seal them at 2 points. I wonder why a lot of coaches don't do that anyway. I've said this since the early 90s. Like, why don't they just foul so that they don't have a chance to shoot the 3-pointer and tie the game? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's almost like when you kick a field goal and then you call a timeout to try to see if it'll disrupt the kicker's rhythm.
Right, ice the kicker.
This situation.
Right.
It compared to that.
You ice the kicker, and then he misses that one because he knew you was going to ice him, and he drills the next one.
Hey, yeah. The great kickers don't get deterred by those kind of things, while the other ones, that was dangerous. Harden actually almost stepped on the line with the backcourt. All right, so Harden getting 2 free throws. Let's see what the last one. Let's see it. And here's the free throw, but he misses the shot. Oh, and Covington tips it in with 3.3.
Oh, my tight game. Guys, do we get overtime? Do you get some more basketball live with Lewis and D? Let me tell you something. I don't mind. I went overtime earlier, guys. I did the Portland Trailblazers game, and we went overtime in that game. Can it happen twice? Will Dallas blow it again? 5 points or less? What's it going to be?
And the Dallas Mavericks, G-Money, here's the thing, though. Jay already said it in the comment section. Dallas has a tendency to let you back in the game, middle to late fourth quarter, and he was exactly right. That's exactly what happened. This is typical Dallas Mavericks. There's a reason why they've lost so many close games this year. I said, guys, they lead the league in close game losses with 16. The next 2 teams are the Sacramento Kings and then the New Orleans Pelicans. That's another team that struggles in close games. But part of that has to do with Zion sitting out in close games as well, though. But that's just a poor box out, man. They didn't even see Covington come over the top. And can we give a shout out to Robert Covington? Robert Covington has played very well in this game. He's played good defense, he's hit threes, and he just made the biggest play of the game to tie the game when it looked like Houston was dead in the water.
Yes, sir. Remember at the halftime I said it was James Harden and Robert Covington that was doing the damn thing for the Rockets right now. And, here's Robert Covington again. Great timing, man, to get that putback. That is huge. He ties the game there.
So, I'm going to say this right now. I think the Dallas Mavericks will lose this game if they don't win this game right here in regulation. So Covington hasn't shot the ball well, but he's got 10 rebounds with 10 points. I'm surprised he hasn't hit a 3. It says he's 0 for 7. I'm surprised. I thought he hit a 3.
I thought he did too, but he has a double-double, although he don't have a 3. But 0 for 7 is a surprise. Robert Covington's a pretty decent 3-point shooter. All right, guys, here we go. 3.3 seconds is a lot of time. You got to watch Seth Curry. He moves well without the ball. Here goes Luka. Luka can shoot it from anywhere, and he shoots it from way back, but not enough. It's overtime. End of regulation, guys. Here we go. Let's keep it rolling. Basketball live with Lewis and D. 5 more minutes.
I gotta say this, man. That Seth Curry missed free throw hurt. That's another thing that I say. That free throws come bite you in the butt. That missed free throw really hurt because Houston would have been forced to foul in that situation had he made that free throw, because it would have put him up by 4. And Houston was able to execute on the other end of that floor. So guys, we got 5 extra minutes of basketball, man. Overtime. So look at that. D had an overtime game with Memphis and Portland. Now We got an overtime game late night in the last game between the Houston Rockets and the Dallas Mavericks, man. Smash that like and hit that subscribe.
And let me tell you this, man. I'll tell you this. You got to give respect to D'Antoni on this one. Because if you notice that inbound, they let Curry loose a little bit. They locked everybody up. So maybe he was thinking, this is our best chance. Let's get this guy the ball, foul him, and put him on the line. Because if you look at that, I was watching them. I was watching these guys. They locked everybody up, and they let Curry run a little loose. So maybe the plan was to allow him to get loose and get that ball.
Okay, and AK-41, shout out to him. He said the Mavs suck late in games. Yeah, and that's why I mentioned that stat, that they've blown 16 games when they've lost by 5 points or less. And shout out to ADG. He says, is the game over? Nope, we're in overtime, man. Tied at 139, bro. G Money says the Mavs choking because they miss free throws and are not grabbing crucial rebounds. But it's more than that. It goes back to what Jay said. They just have a tendency to let people back in games late down the stretch. That's why they're being close. Overtime prediction, just like old times with Lewis and D before the season was canceled. All right. Mavs have lost 16 games. Yeah, I just said that, G Money. Yep. They have the most losses of any team in the league. Sacramento is behind them with 15. And that's also another stem of coaching as well with Luke Walton. And the Pelicans are third in the league with 13. San Antonio and Boston round out the top 5. I think Boston also has 12 losses and San Antonio has 11. So there you go.
Chopstick says Luka need to give it to KP. Maybe, I don't know. Look like Kristaps is the hot man. Sometimes when you're the 2 stars and your other guys putting in work, you might be right, Chopstick. Maybe he need to find his man, Kristaps.
I feel like the Mavs are going to lose this game in overtime because it doesn't usually end well when they go to OT. But anyway, the Mavs get the tip, so let's see what happens. We'll see. Will this be a different Mavs team? We'll see. So Luka Doncic got the ball, and already a turnover just like that. So here comes Westbrook. Westbrook goes to the lane, slashes to the basket, but he misses the shot. I'm surprised they didn't call a foul, man. He hit the stanchion right there in the back. The Mavericks got numbers. Here comes Curry. Shoots the 3, but looks like there was a foul, and he missed that 3-pointer. And I'm surprised Westbrook did not get the foul call. That's crazy.
Westbrook is a little frustrated at that as well. So it's a foul against Covington. And I think that's number 4 for him. He's pretty much cool. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left to play. Luka Doncic got James Harden on the defense. Nice crossover by Luka. Euro step. Can't hit, though. But Cleaver picks the ball up, short jump inside, and he hits 141, 139. Dallas take a 2-point lead. Here comes James Harden. James Harden's got Tim Hardaway Jr., uses the Westbrook screen, passes it to Westbrook, out to Covington. Covington shoots a 3, short off the front of the rim. 0 for 8 for Covington from that 3-point line. Luka Doncic will bring the ball down for Dallas. Luka Doncic, PJ Tucker on the defense, hands it off to Kristaps. Kristaps back to Luka, got James Harden on the D. Cuts to the rim. Tries to get it to Cleaver in the corner. Nice hand by Westbrook to knock that ball away. 6 seconds on the shot clock. 3 minutes, 49 seconds in overtime. Take it away, Lewis.
So Seth Curry's inbounding the ball. He's trying to look for somebody. He gives it to Luka. We got 5 on the shot clock. Luka better recognize that Curry shoots it straight on 3, but he misses the shot. Curry has struggled now, in the fourth quarter and now including overtime a little bit. So he's kind of struggling late. So here comes James Harden. He's got a little double team, 141, 139. All big turnover by Harden. They got numbers 4-on-1. Good strip by Russell Westbrook to prevent the easy dunk. So good hustle by Russell Westbrook. Coming back on defense. That was a 4-on-1. Actually, he could have passed it to Luka Doncic, man. That actually would have been a better play.
And that is the kind of plays that I was talking about when we was talking about his defense earlier, disrupting passes, and like he's done that his entire career. And that was the credit that I was giving him. So nice step back jump shot from Porzingis off the glass right over the top of James Harden. 143, 139. James Harden brings the ball down over the House Jr., who drains it Bottom of the net, 142, 143. Take it away, my brother Lewis.
Luka Doncic is coming back. Just under 3 remaining in overtime. 143, 142. Luka Doncic gives it. Oh no, he still's got the ball. He finds Cleaver in the corner for 3, and did he drink? No. Actually, the ball just hit the net, so it was actually an air ball. Harden goes into the paint, scores the layup, and the Rockets retake the lead. 144, 143.
2 minutes, 35 seconds left in the game. Luka passes it over to Kristaps, gets it to Tim Hardaway Jr. on the Kristaps screen. Nice hand by Russell Westbrook to hit that ball away. House Jr. picks it up, gives it to James Harden. James Harden right down into the lane. James Harden scores and one foul. James Harden goes to the line. 146, 143. It looks like Dallas is doing it again, guys, giving it away.
And that's why I kept telling G Money, and you honestly believe that this Maverick team is going to beat the Clippers? Because as well as they can play offensively, they cannot. They have a tendency to start to lax, and it's like Jay said, in close games, and it started to happen once again. So there's still plenty of time, so it's a 3-point game. But once again, that's exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah, man, that's James Harden, man. Like, James Harden and Covington, and I got to keep saying this, they've been playing great. Now, here in the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter and this overtime, Russell Westbrook has stepped it up. And this is why we see, like I say, guys, neither team has had great defense or great defensive effort. And the Rockets are not going to miss all night. And so now they're stepping it up, still with the lack of defense on Dallas, and we get what we get.
Yeah, but G Money, you did say that the Mavs could beat the Clips. You said it earlier. I'm not crazy, bro. I had told you that. I said that I don't feel like that they can, especially with the fact that with the depth of the Clippers, because I said I feel like they know how to take Luka out the game. I said a fully healthy strength Clippers team. I don't see the Mavs.
Yeah.
I said the Mavericks may get one if the Mavericks may get one if they're hot. I don't see the beat. I just don't see the beat.
I don't even see them challenging them, bro. That's a 4-1 or a sweep. That's how I see that series.
Harden at the free throw line makes a 3-point play. FB Legend says Harden can't be guarded. I think when James Harden is red hot, he cannot be. When he's red hot, he cannot be guarded.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Here comes Luka Doncic. Luka in the post, trying to, and the Rockets signed up the nice play by Porzingis on the tail, man, going to the basket plus the foul. Porzingis has got 38 points. He has played exceptionally well tonight.
And one. So he's going to go to the line also.
And notice, PJ Tucker had his head turned the whole way. Porzingis recognized that, and he cut right to the basket on that pass by Luka Doncic. So Porzingis looking for his 39th point. Big free throw made by Porzingis here. That brother has such a soft touch. 147, 146, and Luka just got his 15th triple-double of the season, guys. All right, Russell Westbrook, nice bounce pass to Harden, but he turns it over. Trey Burke got away with an offensive foul there. So Luka Doncic has got the ball, gives it to Max Kleber, gives it to Porzingis. Porzingis is looking. Porzingis has got it. Can't find anybody. Okay, so he decides to take it himself, but good defense by PJ Tucker. So Luka Doncic takes a step back three. No, not a good shot. And offensive rebound. Here comes Russell Westbrook. He's got it. Brings it back down the court, full speed ahead, loses the handle, but he kicks it out to Tucker. They swing it. Covington with the three, and he drains it. First three-pointer of the game couldn't have come at a better time. And Houston leads 150-146. Take it away, D.
1 for 9 for Robert Covington. Finally, he gets one to go. 150-146. Trey Burke goes down inside. Can't hit it. No foul call. Here comes James Harden. James Harden on the wing. Double teamed immediately. Kleber wraps him up, fouls him. So Trey Burke is tying his shoe. I don't think he's hurt, but he's down there tying his shoe, waiting for somebody to help him up. Good sportsmanship. House Jr. get down there to help him up. So I don't know what happened there, but Russell Westbrook, man, great decision by Russell Westbrook to kick that ball out. All right, guys, so we got 1:09 left in the game. James Harden is going to bring the ball in. This was a loose ball foul. He gets it into Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook at the top of the key. Luka Doncic on the defense. Russ spending some of that clock up. 10 seconds left. Russ got Tim Hardaway on the switch. Crossed him over. Goes inside. Misses off the glass. Cleveland with the rebound. Here comes Luka Doncic. 50 seconds on the game clock. Luka up top. James Harden on the defense. Luka kicks it out. Porzingis from the corner. He can't hit. And a foul over the back. Foul called on Luka Doncic. So they're in the penalty. The Rockets will go to the line. 150, 146, 39.5 seconds left on the clock. It looks like the Dallas Mavericks is on the way to blowing it again.
PJ Tucker going to the free throw line. 150 to 146 is the score, guys. Houston Rockets are winning. 39.5 seconds remaining in this game. Shout out to little Omar YT in the building. Shout out to Steelers gang.
Yes, sir. And shout out to my man, real quick, Louis, shout out to my man, Chopsticks. He said they trying to score 150. You hit it, Chopsticks. Both teams trying to score 150. It just might happen. One of them already there.
PJ Tucker at the free throw line, but he misses the free throw. Let's see what the the Dallas Mavericks can do. They have to score quickly, though. All right, so Luka Doncic has got the dribble and almost loses the ball. James Harden guarding in the last possession. Luka gets into the paint, throws up a wild shot, and he is called for the offensive foul. Big call right there, and the Mavericks turn it over again. And this is what I'm saying. They're just lack of execution and the big plays, and the Mavericks again. Well, this might be a loss for the Mavericks, blowing another close game. And that's a big play right there. Nice job by PJ Tucker drawing that offensive foul.
Yes, great by PJ Tucker, but also great by James Harden. Great defense, man. And he led Luka to nothing but a trap. Like Luka had nowhere to go. So James Harden's consistently, in my opinion, played good defense tonight. James Harden, MVP for the Rockets tonight. Look like they're going to walk away with this game. That man looked good in this game. So Dallas challenges the play. Plays under review. I don't know what it is they're challenging. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. PJ might have been moving his feet. That's what they're challenging.
That might be a blocking foul.
It might be. I don't know, man. That's close. Looked like it was planted on the ground. Offensive foul, guys. Good thing the fans are not there. You can hear the refs talk. He just told the man at the scoring booth, offensive foul. So good defense by PJ Tucker. Good combination defense by James Harden and PJ Tucker to seal Luka Doncic in, force him to make a mistake.
Who's wearing that Justice for Breonna Taylor? I see on their shoes. Wonder if that's PJ Tucker.
Yeah.
All right. Ringleson says Luka is done with for the night. AK says Luka had a bad game, but somehow got a triple double. He says I'm waiting on football. And after I've been saying it, man. It's true. I always look at Ray Carlisle and say that's Jim Carrey. I always say that. Luka, 28 points, 13 rebounds, 10 assists. He fouled out, 15 triple-double. But the problem is the Mavs' decision-making, especially him late in games. This is why the Mavs are consistently blowing leads.
James Harden at the end of the game, he's going to tank a free throw.
That would be his second miss of the
night. Second miss.
Makes the next one, so it's 152, 146. 27 seconds remaining. Here comes Trey Burke.
Trey Burke's been pretty hot.
But they can't find anything. Trey Burke, being guarded by B.J. Tucker, takes a step back three, and he drains it. It's a 3-point game, and they got to foul James Harden real quick. So Max Kleber fouls James Harden. This would be crazy if somehow, some way, the Mavericks get themselves back in this game, and we're at a second overtime.
Double overtime. Double overtime. Wow.
So if we look at the standing, it's pretty tight from 3 through 6. Denver, Utah, Houston, and Oklahoma City. Those percentages are very close. 3 games separated from the 3rd seed to the 6th.
Wow.
This will be a huge win. And Harden misses another free throw.
Wow, that's crazy. What is going on with James Harden? Texas boy, Harden MVP. How about that? James Harden just tanked 2 free throws. He can't seal the deal. He got to hit this now. If he hits this, it's a 2-possession game. So, and he hits it.
Jay says strip club Harden at the free throw line. Here goes Trey Burke. He misses the 3, and this game is over, ladies and gentlemen.
This game is definitely over.
With their leading 17th game blown by 5 points or less, and they lose by 4, 153-149 in overtime. Tough loss for the Mavericks after offensively playing so well against the Houston Rockets. And there goes that Rachel Nichols check again. Oh boy.
So, guys, your boy D. Jefferson did it again. I told you guys this. If you're going to bet a team, bet it on the line. The over-under is dangerous. So we got a 4-point game here. I definitely was correct that the over-under was dangerous. Just bet the line. Bet the Rockets to win. You would have made some money there. So, hey, good game by the Rockets. Good showing by both teams offensively. Defensively, not so much.
Absolutely, man. The Dallas Mavericks, I just keep saying it, man. This team, they're making the playoffs, but it's just like, look, the Dallas Mavericks would have won 50 games already, and they would have had a better record. So their main issue is not only is it defense, but their inability to maintain leads. I remember this happened with OKC back in 2016. They won 55 games, but they blew 19 double-digit leads, which means they would have been close to winning 70 games had they been able to learn how to execute and finish games. So that's Dallas's problem. Houston is a terrible defensive team, but give credit to James Harden, give credit to Robert Covington, even Russell Westbrook in some stretches on their defense in key situations. And James Harden was hella efficient tonight, so give him a lot of credit. He made some very good plays defensively. And the Rockets win a big game in overtime after looking like they were going to lose this game in regulation in the 4th quarter. So they win 153-149. While D talks to the chat, I'll just cook up the final stats and then we'll close out the show.
All right, guys. So he said, I was happy to see KP put up 39. No doubt, chopsticks. I believe you, dude. I mean, look, KP did his thing, bro. Almost a triple-double for James. Yep, almost Texas boy James Harden showed his butt. We got my man Jay. Jay said the Mavs are not a good team. I don't know. They're not a bad team, but I hear you, Jay. Pretty easy to have 50 points when you take 300 shots a game.
That's facts.
I hear you, AK-41. Gideon said, I already knew once the game went to OT, Dallas would lose because they played dumb and don't execute in crunch moments. Well, you did say it was over when it went into overtime, G-Money, so good call. You called it on that. I noticed a lot of Dallas guys were missing free throws. Yeah. You know, free throws will kill you in the end. And James Harden almost blew it himself. He missed a couple of free throws at the end of the game there. Dallas would have came down and hit a 3. It would have been a 1-point game, 1-possession game. You never know. How are they in the playoffs then? Neither of these teams, AK-41, we were talking about that earlier, are looking good in the playoffs. I don't even suspect that either team would make it out of the first round. Definitely not Dallas, but the Rockets, depending on the matchup, they might eat their way out of the first round, but they definitely don't get into the conference finals. Not in my opinion. Mavs are a good team, Jay. yeah, yeah. G Money trolling. Good teams win games like these. Good point. Good point. Jay probably a Knicks fan. No, yeah, the Mavs they're not bad, man. They're not bad. They need to make some improvements, but we can't really trash the Mavericks. They did take the Rockets in the overtime. So again, the Rockets are one of the upper echelon teams. Whether we expect them to win the whole thing or not, you know what I mean? They still one of the better teams. So we would have to say that. You know.
Wow. So shout out to Jason Finch. I guess he's a Houston Nationals fan, but this is a basketball game tonight. But I guess it's connected with the Rockets since they're basketball in Houston. He says the Astros are winning 6-4. Good for the Astros.
Sweet.
AK41 says the Clippers are winning the championship. We're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to wait and see. A lot of these guys are just getting themselves into basketball shape again with the scrimmages and then with the first game of the regular season. So we're going to see what happens as we get into those games 6, 7, and 8, and then obviously we'll see what happens in the playoffs. So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think we could just give it to the Clippers just yet. Not just yet. The Clippers, AK-41, the Clippers need to get back into sync defensively, and Montrezl Harrell's going to be a big piece of that. But defense is their game, and if they can't get back in sync defensively, I'm not so sure that they're going to take that thing all the way.
Jay, what seed are the Mavs right now? They're 7th in the West. Jason Finch says the Houston Rockets won. Yes, they won. 153-149 was the score. G Money says, I know the Mavs took the Rockets to overtime. Actually, no, it's the other way around. The Rockets took the Mavs to overtime because they led. But there are no excuses for Dallas to not close the door. They missed free throws, took bad shots, and got eaten alive in the paint. That's true, but it's what Jay said. It's those things that the Mavs let you do in the fourth quarter. That's what led to the Mavs again blowing another double-digit, not only double-digit lead, but losing a close game. They lost by 4 in overtime. The Mavs are not going to make it out the first round unless maybe it's against the Nuggets. AK says the Mavs have a good future, but they need one more piece, in my opinion. They have to become a better defensive team, but I do agree with you, AK. They do need another piece.
Mavs have a better chance against the Lakers than the Clippers. I don't think so. I don't think so. Jay just hates the Mavs. I say to Houston Rockets winning. The Mavs are getting smoked in the first round. Yeah, I don't think the Mavs make it out of the first round either. They pretty much safe for the playoffs. Only the 8th seed is in danger on either side. But yeah, they're gonna get in, but I don't see them getting out the first round. Hell, they gotta play 7. So
I think,
7, they gotta play 7 seeds. So they're playing the number 2. They're playing the Clippers. They're not gonna beat the Clippers.
The Mavs' possible best shot is to get that number 6 seed and face Denver at the 3 spot if Denver's still number 3. Their best shot is against the Denver Nuggets.
No.
They're not beating the Lakers. They're not beating the Clippers. They're not beating the Rockets because we just saw what happened here, even if this is the first game. Oklahoma City and Utah.
Yeah.
That's a little bit dicey. They might have a chance against the Jazz. I don't know about Oklahoma City. And OKC's actually beaten some good teams themselves in the West. But anyway, guys, this was a wonderful stream, you guys. We're definitely going to close out. The Rockets shot 51%, while the Mavericks ended up shooting 47%, but that's because they missed shots late down the stretch. If we look at the box score for the Houston Rockets, Harden led all scorers with 49 points, 14 of 20 from the field. Got to the line 21 times. Westbrook chipped in with 31. He did only shoot 13 of 30. Give the ball to Robert Covington, the game ball, for that huge 3 that he hit. And then also Ben McLemore came in and hit some big 3s in that fourth quarter. for the Houston Rockets. And then if you look at the Dallas Mavericks, Porzingis had 39. Was crazy efficient from the floor, 50% from the field. Seth Curry, he went 0 for 4, so he didn't even make shots. And he only had 3 points in 23 minutes, and he was 3-6 in the free throw line. Remember, coming into this game, guys, he was shooting 72% and 64% from 3 in the last 4 games, averaging 25. So he was giving you some great production, but not tonight. His production actually would have helped him win. Luka Doncic gives you 28 on an inefficient 11-27, but again, he did get a triple-double. Let's see, Tim Hardaway Jr. played very well, 24 points on great efficiency himself. Yeah, man, those are pretty much the scores for this game. And salute to the chat, and salute to D, the Godfather Jefferson, man, on this game. It was a great game to do. We had overtime right here. So it was pretty much awesome, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. And,
Clay Pro swung in. H-Town. I hear you, Clay Pro. They pulled it off, dog.
And shout out to Clay Pro in the building, man. Appreciate you. And then also shout out to him with the donation, man. A $30 donation from Clay Pro. Truly appreciate that.
Sweet. Good man, Clay Pro. Good man.
All right, guys. So we are going to call an end to this stream. Salute to everybody in the chat. You guys are definitely awesome. So from the Lewis Sports Network, we're coming back at you with some basketball. So I will be doing OKC against Utah in the afternoon, but then me and D are coming right back later on that night and giving you Lakers versus Toronto Raptors. Again, shout out to Laker fans and shout out to We the North in the 6. Hope you guys can pull up, and that's a big game, and hopefully we get a lot of huge crowd for that one. So from D Jefferson to the Lewis Sports Network, have a wonderful night, everybody. I will see you guys tomorrow afternoon. Let's live, laugh, love. Thank you guys for being part of this stream. Appreciate that. And as always, man, share the videos, like the channel, subscribe to both channels. And as the Lewis Sports Network, as my man Ryan would always say, we chat together, we stream together, family for life. Lewis Sports Network saying goodbye, and I'm gone.
Hey.
Right now, the Giants turn to try and answer. Here's Saquon Barkley. And it's off to the races. The 30, the 20. Saquon for 6. Deep to right field.
All right, so my man Lewis signed off. Chopstick, you the man. We're going to go over here. Don't worry about it, Chopsticks. I kind of fell off a little bit on basketball, but I'm going to get it back in order, baby. 15, 20 people back in here again. But you the man, Chopstick. Hey, before you go, Chopstick, since you're in here too, let me make sure. I don't know if I got you a wrench, bro, if you blue. But if you're not blue, I'm getting ready to make you blue now. You gotta get your wrench, man. You've been sticking it out with me the whole time, Chopstick. Appreciate you, my brother. Ad moderator, Chopstick. You're blue now, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody watching the playback, everybody who came through for Basketball Live with Lewis and D. We're going to bring it. We're going to bring it. And we're going to bring it all the way into the championship. Whoever said that needs to be fired from the mat, I don't know, man. I don't even know. But listen, guys, appreciate y'all coming through. Great game. Rockets taking it in overtime. Dallas gives it away. Y'all know how I always end this thing. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace.